Well, happy Easter to you. And being in the Christian spirit, being a Christian, even to you, Rams fans, happy Easter. You know what I'm saying? One world, one love. Because after this Sunday, though, I'm going to get back to not liking you people. But today, I love you. I really do. Fam, let's get right into this. Shout out to Tony. I loved it. Articulate. Brilliant. Tony just built us another roster. Unlike wouldn't you love to see what's going on in the Rams war room? I can tell you what's going on. As the camera pans across the room, they ain't got nothing to do. They just sit around there, take a nap, ordering pizza. I mean, But fam, let's get serious. NFL devastation in 2023. I'm telling you right now, George Kittle is all pumped up. I was loving it. The Niners hit the jackpot, as you know, beating out the other teams who knew better than not to try to add Pro Bowl running back Christian McCaffrey to the rosters. The Rams tried. They lost. I don't know what they was going to do when they got him. They couldn't pay him. I got to stop working because, it's Rudy's working. He's making me crazy. Anyway, McCaffrey flew immediately from Carolina to Santa Clara facility. Got measured up for a Niners uniform. It was nothing more than a crash course of Coach Shanahan's offensive plan of attack. This dude, man, that didn't matter to him. McCaffrey was on the field and running plays in what is considered a complicated offense in 48 hours. Boy, that boy loves to play some football, don't he? After one half of a season, an entire offseason with training camp coming up, what should be expected from McCaffrey in the days ahead in the 2023 season? Oh, what are you expecting? Oh, and tonight we'll go to the phones to talk about what George Kittle is all pumped up about regarding the Niners 2023 offense with a further enlightened Christian McCaffrey. The thought of that just made my whole body, you know how you get your favorite cookie or cake or whatever it is you like to eat, and you feel that smile just growing and your stomach all hits you all up in the body. And I just thought, that's right, huh? Christian got better and better last year after week 1, 2, 3, 4. That throw in a pass to Deebo Samuels, all I could think of was, who is this guy, really? Who is he? So, C. McSee amassed 1,210 total yards and 10 total touchdowns, 11 games with the Niners this past season. He went with the stats. Imagine what Mrs. McCaffrey's baby boy could do done in an entire season with Shanahan's offense. Imagine also what the Niners could have done for that matter. I mean, can you imagine if he started the season with us from the beginning? We didn't lose that many games, but you know what I'm saying? George Kittle's already thinking about the possibilities. That's why I got a kick out of George. I was like living vicariously through George as he was sitting there. But CMC arrived in the Carolina Panthers via a midseason trade and had to go through a crash course to get up to speed. As I mentioned, the player was so eager to help his new team that he suited up against the Chiefs just 48 hours, as I mentioned, after arriving in Santa Clara and getting his hands on the playbook. Speed reading. Remember those? Coach, I'm ready. What? All right. Coach runs a few questions by him as a quiz. McCaffrey answers them. Boom. GK joined the Pat McAfee show and was asked about McCaffrey and what his presence means for him and his teammates in year 2 with the full offseason to study the system. GK, while being visibly, you got to see that interview if you get a chance, visibly pumped up, said this, quote, if you're going to double team me, and then you have the single covered Deebo, Brandon, Christian McCaffrey, Juwan Jennings. Hey, good luck, man. Good luck. Unquote. I had actually already thought about that last year, GK. I said, you know what? When you look around the field, how in the hell are you going to stop all that? They weren't going to. I don't care what anybody says. The Eagles were not going to beat the 49ers that day. They were not. There's just no way. That's what bothers me about last year. That was our damn year. I just know it. We got another one coming up, though. We'll be fine. because that's a lot of offensive power for whichever quarterback starts week one. And GK isn't concerned with racking up individual stats so long as the Niners are racking up wins. He's always been like that. George would rather block, as he says, there's something special about making a man go against his will or forcing a man against his will. George's got a lot of sickness in him. I like my ball players with that kind of twisted mind, you know? About that, GK said this, quote, hey, if I have one catch a game, I know my fantasy football coaches will be really mad at me for that. Family, you know, I would tell you, it goes on to say it is what it is. As long as we're winning games, we're feeding the right guys the ball. I'm never going to get mad at Christian McCaffrey if he has 20 carries and 10 catches for 300 total yards. I'll never be upset about that because such a talented football player, unquote. Fam, the thing about George Kittle, he's always been like this. We're just lucky to have that kind of a player with his skill level who just wants to see us win. He'll do whatever it takes to help us win. If it means I don't get the ball today, he plays hard at whatever they're asking him to do. McCaffrey finished the 2022 season with an impressive 1,880 total yards and 13 total touchdowns in the 17 games between the 49ers and the Panthers. CMC is just one of many Niner playmakers itching to get back on the football field and fight for a championship after coming up just short of a return to the Super Bowl last season. GK also added this, quote, so it's really fun to be on a team that does have a problem of too many mouths to feed because Coach Shanahan does such a great job of scheming everybody into getting certain plays and stuff. And it's just really fun to be a part of it, an offense like that has so much talent on it, unquote. Booyah! Man, I can't wait to get this thing back on it. And hey, by the way, next week, the 49ers, they go back to the facility. You know, they're just going to do some calisthenics and things like that. And they'll be in the weight room and stuff like that, but who cares? I just want the season to get started. This is the thing about getting to postseason. Because if you go into postseason like the 49ers do and have been every year for 3 or 4 years, before you know it, the season's back up again. You get back there and finish whatever you started from last season. So April 17th, the 49ers will be back in the gym at the facility. And we back in motion. Tony Nagatani, hey, happy Easter. Huge mahalo, Ronbo. Shout out to production. Go Niners, Tony. We thank you. Production was thoroughly impressed, and we appreciate you, fam. Boy, Tony, you're really good. Especially, I ought to send this in. Somebody ought to forward this to the 49ers and see what they say. They'd probably say, it's impressive. Yes, indeed. And, you know, this is pretty funny because as soon as, here we go. The phone's over here. As I look down here, and I was talking about Joseph and Mary's baby boy, Jesus. Jesus is now on the phone. Jesus! Hey, wait, what was Jesus on? Barack Obama said, Ron Bizzo, happy Resurrection Day. My brother Rams suck. We love them, though. Can't say nothing bad about the Rams. You know, they're sorry butts, filling up the seats with more seats in red and gold and blue. That's all right. We still love them. Jesus! Come on in, fam.
Yo, what's up, Rongo?
You know what I'm saying? Because, like, you know, this is the day you're supposed to feel good anyway. But then I'm reading what George is sitting up talking about. It's George, you're damn right. So they're going to stop us this year. They just weren't supposed to stop us last year. I got a whole offseason. And it seems like season's already ready to roll. What are you expecting now, Jesus? And we got to own this division and beyond? Or what?
Ronbo, you know that the 49ers are going to run the West. We've been running the West. The West is ours. The Rams are going to be on the rebuild. The Seahawks have Geno Smith. And Kyler Murray is just Kyler Murray.
And what does that say? Well, that says it all right there. Kyler Murray is just Kyler Murray. Ah, my leg. Okay, Kyler, sit down. Hey, I gotta catch up with my game. Yeah, let me use your phone. So, you know, I can't take him serious. I really can't.
No, I can't take. Especially that they're trying to get rid of D-Hop.
Yeah.
That is just opening up our divisions just to get easier. You know.
Yeah.
I know you got to go out there and still play those games. You know, there's no such thing as a guaranteed W.
No,
All I gotta say
any
is
given
that
Sunday. That's true.
it's any given Sunday, but you're gonna get rid of a caliber receiver like that. You might as well just lose all your games if you know you don't want to win. You know, you're just gonna let D Hop go like that.
They didn't have any choice. They don't have any money either. This is why you have to love and Angels. This is why when people make jokes, yeah, y'all wish you had a championship though, don't you? See, that's why you give the Rams a hard time, but we still got a chip. What y'all got? See, here's the thing. You know what's going to end up happening, don't you? It's going to be down to 2 or 3 years from now. The 49ers may accumulate 2 chips. And when that happens, and Rudy's down in the dark so far down, he's got to shine a flashlight down in that hole. Hey, Rudy, you okay? Rudy, you want us to throw you anything down there? You know, they're going to be so below. I mean, they'd be like, can sit down on a dime and swing their feet. So, you know, I'm enjoying where we're going and the sustainability, the intelligence of our organization on how to run the company. You know, C McC, what are you expecting from that next year? That offensive attack we saw last year, it's going to go up another notch.
Well, especially that we have a good receiver core, we have a great running back, a really good tight end. Our line needs help. Our line needs help. Our O-line needs help. You know, we need to protect Brock Purdy or Trey Lance, whoever is going to be. You know, it's just a toss-up, you know, who's going to be our quarterback.
You know what's interesting? There's a clip on Twitter that showed Trey Lance being hit the exact same way as Brock was. An escape defender coming back around him and hit Trey on his arm, but didn't get. He wasn't all the way back. His arm was out there against the Texans, and he got Trey's arm. I said, "Damn, that's the same play that took Brock out. What in the world is wrong, Kyle? That should never happen again." If anything, I want you to tell my right side people, listen, if you have to hold and get a 15-yard penalty, that's fine. But listen, do not, under any circumstances, let anybody get around you like that. That has just got to stop. Man. But anyway, you're right. The offensive line, we're having this conversation every year, and it's got to stop.
Well, yeah, you know, I believe that it was Michael McGlinchey's guy that came in and hit Brock Purdy. You know, Michael McGlinchey should have been gone days ago, Rumble, after when he lost weight. You know, I'm all for people getting healthy, Ronbo, but
that's
Michael
offensive lineman.
You know,
I mean, he can be healthy.
You need to be big.
Yeah. You got to lift.
You know, you need to be big. You know, you have to lift. You know, at least bulk up with muscle or something. You know, look at Trent Williams. Look at the size of Trent Williams.
I mean, the man's got the stomach is hanging out there like he had 2 or 3 beers before the game started, and that boy's moving like with cat-like reflexes and stuff. I say, you know, you got to do it, Mike. So we're going to win ball games. I think you might have cost us one.
Yeah, of course. Of course. It was only 7 points, Ronbo. After that, we didn't have no one. You know, my thing is that I feel like Jimmy was ready to go against the NFC Championship.
Yeah.
Because he was over there just smiling the whole time, you know, and plus there's beef between Kyle Shanahan and Jimmy. You know, there's just a whole bunch of stuff that we don't know what goes on behind the scenes. We just know what goes on TV and what goes on the field, but we don't know what happens in the locker room. You know, I did not know that the team was all divided because, hey, Trey Lance was supposed to be the guy or Jimmy was supposed to be the guy. You know,
that was a carryover from last year.
Our fan base was split up for 2 years because of Trey and Jimmy. So, you know, Jimmy was just a distraction for those 2 years.
The thing is, though, when Garoppolo's healthy, the 49ers are going to win games. I mean, you look at his record. They could still win with Jimmy, no doubt about it. But that's the problem. Can Jimmy stay on the field? And the answer is no. So, you know.
No.
And Trey's still learning. You know, he's at that raw stage where he needs to learn as much as he can in order not to be a liability. So now, you know, and the bad thing about it is last year he got hurt during his education. So we still got a thing going on here. I'm not sure what's going to happen this year. Brock is probably, if he could come back in time, Trey's gonna have to take that job away from him. Again, he's gonna be in the same situation as he was with Jimmy. He may be the guy with a higher ceiling, but he's got to go out there and show people that it is his job, and that's going to continue. So we're going to continue with this quarterback situation for God knows how long.
Do you just say, like, all right, now my other question to you, Rumble, do you feel like the Niners should just draft another quarterback in the
Oh, they're
third?
going to, whether we say, well, you know what, no matter how we feel, the 49ers going to draft one somewhere, even if they're just drafting him to be drafting him, but they get one every year, you know? Whether it's through UDFA or something, they bring somebody in, or last year's 7th-round pick. But yeah, they're always gonna look at quarterback. I don't know why they got so many picks this year. I guess it makes more sense this year to bring one in, and you go ahead and cut him if he just has no potential. I guess that's what they do. They want to see if you could come in. Brock Purdy was actually supposed to be cut, but he got enough attention that what's his name, Sudfeld got cut, and to nobody's big surprise, which was funny. So.
Oh, if Brock Purdy's healthy, but by the time, the summer camps happen, Ronbo, I want him to be a quarterback one. I feel he deserves to be quarterback one.
Well,
he's undefeated in the season. He got 2 playoff game wins as a rookie, Ronbo. Went to the NFC Championship. It's unfortunate that his injury happened, but if we could get him back to being healthy and, just get the work in, I want him to be our guy over Trey Lance. If not, I'm cool with Trey Lance being our quarterback until the meanwhile. And depending on how Trey Lance is playing, if he's balling out, you keep the high hand.
Oh, yeah.
If not, I'm okay with Brock Purdy coming in.
And
if they have something up their sleeve, at draft day.
Maybe they draft a quarterback. I think they like to keep a lookout to see if they can find somebody. But the thing is, you got to remember Sam Darnold is in this race. It's gonna be him and Trey during training camp. So Trey's still got it. He's got it going on as far as competition goes. Sam Darnold, he will provide competition because number one, Kyle likes him a lot. You know how Kyle is. The only reason Kyle didn't take Sam to Cabo is because they didn't draft him early enough. Kyle likes him. He liked him 2 years ago. So, and really, like you said, I don't know how Kyle really feels about Trey. Kyle is hard to read on some of these things. I don't know what he's thinking. Some people got Trey getting drafted. Or you see in the chat, people got Big Show's got Trey leaving during draft night. If
he gets traded, he gets traded. There's nothing much that we could do.
Yeah.
We're just the fans. We just have to keep going with the flow. We just have to just be like, okay, this is what you guys want us to do. Okay,
you got to feel
we're
sorry
gonna
for
have
Trey,
to support
though.
it no matter what.
Yeah, because if he wouldn't have got hurt, I do wonder where he was going and how well he was going to get there, or how we never got a chance to see him. Not really. What do you have? 4 games that we know of?
No, like 4 games. Yeah, one against the Texans, Seahawks, the Cardinals, Bears.
Yeah.
So
yeah, good luck to him. We'll see what happens. We'll see in another month or so. So.
Of course, hey, unless he gets traded sooner, but hey, we don't know. We don't know what's going on behind the scenes. Yeah, Kyle Shanahan looks hush, but I feel like we're gonna go after. Yeah, I feel like we're gonna go after a quarterback, and we're just gonna give up another first-round pick somewhere.
No. You're not. It's gonna be a 3rd round or 4th round or 5th round. They're gonna get it somewhere in the mix. They're not gonna trade up though. No. That's not gonna happen. There's nothing in there that appeals.
Unless we go after someone else.
Yeah. Well, we ran our clock. Let me. I tell you what. I'll be back. Let's see. Well, Tuesday. Yeah. Let's do Tuesday.
For sure, Ronbo. Thanks for the platform. I feel like I haven't been here forever, man.
I remember you. I think it was 2 weeks ago. Good to hear from you too. Don't be 2 weeks again though. Come back middle week. All right.
I got you, Ronbo.
All right, Jesus. Have a great night.
All right. You have a good night. Happy Easter.
Thanks, fam. Happy Easter to you. And the Big Show says rumors of compensation came out for Trey Lance, a second and a fourth. Big Show was campaigning heavy. He's got posters out there and everything. Vote for Big Show. And it's time for Chill, Phil on this Eastern Sunday. Phil.
How you doing, Ronbo? Happy
great.
Easter.
You know, George Kittle has always been an inspiration to me. Even when I'm not thinking football, if there's anything that's bothering me, I check out and see what George Kittle's doing in his life. If it's WWE or whatever he's doing, the man is he's an inspiration for a smile. You know, if you're not feeling good, check out and see what GK is doing. Phil, what are you saying about Christian McCaffrey that was exciting? What are you thinking?
I hope we have another tight end in the draft that's comparable to him. So,
God, that's asking for too much. Well, at least near comparable.
Well, you know, I don't think we're going to get exactly George Kittle, but we got George in the 5th round, so hopes are up.
He was a first-round pick, though. So that's why when we say we got him in the 5th round, there were mistakes made throughout the NFL. George Kittle is a first-round pick all day. And then some. And I'm talking in the upper part of the first round.
The Niners do a good job of scouting.
God.
So let's trust the Niners scouting.
That is crazy.
And as far as Tony goes, he traded too much. He was just trade Tony.
You know,
his new nickname.
But those trades were interesting, and how he went about doing. Do you know to be that?
But you know what? I agree that we get the BYU guy by trading up, but I think we give up a 3rd-round draft choice next year to move up to like 75, somewhere in there. Get the offensive lineman, and then get an edge. And then, a tight end in the next 2 3rd-round picks. But I don't think we're going to be trading all over the place. I just don't see it.
Phil, is there anybody in the 1st round or 2nd round, you only need to go up 1 round, that you could imagine the 49ers might be interested in that might make a difference? This is the thought that's been beating me to death for weeks. Because we only got 3rd-round picks. I keep wondering, is he fruit? I mean, is, on the other side of that fence.
Other than trading one of our 3rd rounds, which you've got 4 next year, to move up to like 75 in the 3rd round, and getting an offensive tackle. That's where I would see.
Yes, because if early in the 3rd round you can get some quality offensive linemen. Yeah.
But other than that, I just say we stay old. We're good at picking in the 3rd, 4th, 5th rounds.
Yeah.
And
unbelievably
let
so.
our scouting department do their job. They've done it so far. And so, I mean, I think we're good there.
Didn't the NFL call John and say, "Listen, John, you got too many picks here. You guys aren't going to use past 11 picks, so from there on, those are just going to have to be stockpiled for next season."
No, you can have as much as 14 picks.
Oh, you can't have 14. Okay, so we must have more than that because the 49ers were told to back off because we.
So we got 11 this year, but next year we've got 13.
Okay. All right. Because I thought the 49ers were told, you guys aren't using all those picks.
Coaches
picks.
And GMs are different from the comp picks from players.
Oh, okay.
So you're allowed 4 comp picks for players, and you're allowed 3 comp picks for coaches and GMs.
Oh, that's where they had to draw the line.
So that's the max.
Yeah.
So you can have 14 total picks maximum if you filled out everything.
Or it becomes,
that's how it works.
It just becomes the 49ers all day and all time. Okay,
but
so that's what I misunderstood. You can only get a certain number for coaches and players.
You become, I think Garoppolo cancels out it's a total of what you've signed and what you've released.
Yeah.
So Garoppolo cancels out the defensive tackle, Hargrave.
So there's cancel outs. You don't get to keep it for later.
McCaffrey, McGlinchey gets us a third-round pick because he was the third highest average per year salary that was in free agency. So Mike McGlinchey gets us a third-round pick, and then we've got 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th from Ebicom and Minihue.
Does Jimmy Ward bring anything?
Et cetera. So we've got a lot of picks next year.
Yeah.
So we could trade those.
Which is why I thought they'd probably do, because you don't need all those picks. Phil, there's not enough room for all those kids to come into camp. So that's what I was thinking. You may as well get rid of some of those picks if you can move up with it.
Absolutely. That's why I'm thinking we trade a third-round pick from next year with a third-round pick this year to move up in the draft to get ourselves a player that we want. I think that's what we'll do. We can't trade players that we're going to get compensation for, like McGlinchey or whatever. We can't trade those because they haven't been.
There is a rule on that as well. Okay.
But we can trade Mike McDaniel's third-round pick or Garth or D'Amico Ryan's third-round pick.
Oh.
We can't trade those because they've already been set.
Yeah.
So I think we're going to trade a third-round pick and our third-round pick this year to move up. I think we're going to try to get a guy. I really believe that. But I don't think, other than that, I don't think we're going to trade.
You know, because the 49ers, they never sit on their hands during the draft. They just can't stand it. John and Kyle, those are players, man. They can't wait to get involved. So you're right. They're going to make some deal. I don't know how early or late, but they're definitely going to make a deal or two, maybe.
They're going to move up, I think, with some of their backloaded draft choices, and I think they're going to try to get an offensive tackle to compete with McKivitz and eventually, hopefully, move into Trent Williams' position. But that's going to be hard to fill, obviously.
I don't see it being possible. I'm hoping somebody that's really good. I don't think you get Joe Staley's level is going to be tough to. I don't know what we're going to do at left tackle.
But Joe Staley was never drafted in the first round. He was like a fourth-round draft choice.
I know, right? See, that's again. You
can pick them out.
Lucky third and fourth round, you can get a good offensive lineman for sure. You don't need Quentin. What's his name out of Notre Dame? You don't need to get to the first round to get that kind of talent. Although Nelson is a badass. Oh my God, he's good.
Well, no, I
still.
agree. But you can get some quality players later in the rounds. Trent Williams was third pick overall, I think. If I recall right, from Washington.
Hey,
and he was a stud from the get-go from Oklahoma.
Staley was a first-round pick, though, Phil. It's being confirmed now.
But anyway, Ronbo.
So
I love our team. I think we're going to make some good choices in the draft. We're going to hit on a few. If we hit on a few, we're good.
True.
Next year, we've got a ton of draft choices. All of our 7 picks for 1 through 7, plus comps. And so, we'll backfill. And I think we're going to continue to be a winning organization. And that's what we need.
Wait, let me hear you say that again. We're going to continue to be a winning organization because the fact of the matter is the Rams are not going to continue being a winning organization. They're going to be sitting there watching us win.
Neither is
finally
Arizona. Neither is Seattle. So let's put it right.
Well, yes.
We're going to walk into the division championship, and then we're going to have to deal with the playoffs.
You know? And unlike some franchises, it'll
And
be fun.
I'm willing to do that.
Yes. Oh, God. Can you imagine? You're coming in, you ask the family, oh, you guys want to go to Rams game this weekend? Dad, are you serious? What? No.
I'm telling you, it's harder to sell tickets for divisional games.
Because, I mean, you know.
It is.
Yeah, I know.
I've
can't
been
imagine.
there.
Oh.
But Ronbo, we beat Seattle, who's our closest competition, 3 times last year. 3 times.
It was a dream I had after that second win. I said, you know what? It'd be great to get the Hawks again. I know it's hard to beat a team 3 times in one season, but can we please just do that? Oh, my God.
Brock Purdy.
And we did.
With Brock Purdy.
Yes.
Okay?
And his band of merry men. See, that's why I say McCaffrey is going to ignite that offense even further because they're already good. But here's a guy that's that spark plug.
We had him half a year.
Yes.
Now we have him the full year.
Oh. Just no injury, please. And if it is, just make it minor.
Exactly. If we have no injuries, we're winning the Super Bowl. I firmly believe that.
I think he'd be the toughest offense in the NFL. No doubt about it. I know Patrick Mahomes and company, but still, man for man, from
Ronbo,
top to bottom, that offense should be awesome.
You know, when you look at Brock Purdy's numbers for his 8 games that he completed, not the 8 games that he started, but the 8 games he completed. Even the game he started, he was 4 for 4 for 25 yards before he got hurt.
Mm-hmm.
But the Miami game on through 8 games, 2 playoff games. He's won more playoff games than the Baltimore quarterback. Okay, Lamar Jackson.
I thought you could say Dak Prescott so I could laugh.
He's won more playoff games than Dak Prescott.
That's why I know damn well if everybody stays healthy, I can guarantee you the 49ers are going to the Super Bowl again. Guaranteed. That defense is never going to be weak.
I felt it too. But Ronbo, you know, injury. If we stay injury-free, we're winning the Super Bowl.
Feel good stuff? We're going to go, right, and I'll see you Tuesday. And let's talk some more 49ers football.
I'm the glass half full.
I know, right?
Let's go.
Join the party, Big Show. We're celebrating here. Show's going to come in, you guys. And Trey, it's way too sweet and cuddly in here. you guys come on in today. You can't bring me down.
But if you look at the numbers for Brock Purdy, how can you be negative?
You can't.
Seriously.
And he doesn't know what he's doing quite yet. Wait till he does. Oh!
Exactly. All right,
I can't wait. All right, Phil. Have a great night.
All right. Take care.
You too. Bye, Phil.
All right, bye. Happy Easter.
Happy Easter. Thank you. See, this is my feeling. You guys.
Right.
I said, you guys, people say, well, Brock Purdy probably reached a ceiling. I don't. How do you reach a ceiling in 8 games? I need to see some more. I think he can do better. And that's interesting thought.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
But he was number 1 of all NFL quarterbacks in almost every rating during those top 8 games. So what do you say? I mean,
you can't. But I can say, we got this. All right, Phil. I'll see you Tuesday. All right, night.
All right, Ronbo.
Oh, all right. God.
Bye.
Bye. Dreaming of Texas boy. Don't you love it? All of our old buddies are coming back today on this day of love and happiness. Hey, guys, take it easy today. It's Easter, okay? Be nice to those people. Wait until Tuesday. Jalen ain't going to wait, though, and I'm not going to ask him to. Jalen, come on in here, and let's talk about things.
Cardinals, y'all irrelevant. Rams, y'all some bums. Gene D, y'all haven't won a ring in 10 years. That can't be fun. Ronbo, this is the last time I'm gonna come in here and I'm gonna address these teams in our division because I don't get a lot of time when I come in here, and I don't like to waste it talking about these teams.
Yeah, well,
I
there it
lament
is.
back to the AFC South, Rombo, that has the teams known as the Texans, Colts, Jaguars, and Titans.
Yes.
Rombo, none of those teams have any fan bases. And if it wasn't for the 49ers being in the NFC West, I don't think any teams in this division would have any fan bases. Nobody's talking about the Rams.
I
Nobody's
hadn't even
talking
thought
about the
about that.
Cardinals.
That's
Nobody's talking
true.
about the Seahawks.
Not even the
Rombo,
media.
nobody outside of this division have any rivalries with these teams in our division. Who has a rivalry with the Seahawks besides us? But who has a rivalry with the Rams besides us? Nobody. See, y'all please shut the hell up. Y'all aren't shit without us. We've carried y'all to relevancy and kept y'all in the light because y'all have been able to get petty wins over us while we were rebuilding. Rudy, you keep talking about how we haven't done shit in years. Gene D, I just said, it's been 10 years since y'all won a ring. 10 years. Them 10 years went by fast, didn't they, Rombo?
Detroit
Legion
versus
of Boom felt like
everybody.
it was
We win in
yesterday.
the NFC.
Don, you next. But go ahead, Jalen. I love your role.
Rombo. I mean, Rombo. The Legion of Boom felt like it was yesterday. But it's 2023. It's been 10 years since the Seahawks won a ring. Rudy, guess what? It's 2022 when y'all won a ring. It's going to get farther and farther and farther. Next thing you're going to look up, it's going to be 2030 something. And the Rams ain't have done shit in probably 10 years.
It's gonna be
It's gonna be a
dry
while.
spell.
It's gonna be the
as it was
same.
before.
It's gonna be the same as the Seahawks. They think because if you win a ring, oh man, we a dynasty now. We a dynasty now.
Let's go bother the
I mean,
49ers.
like everybody's gonna win a ring once in a while, Rombo.
Well,
It's
not
what
the
you can.
Cardinals.
It's the consistency. Yeah, well, Rombo, I don't like to make fun of them. I really don't.
I don't either, but I'm trying to think of teams that haven't won a ring yet.
I mean, they can't help that, Rombo. They ain't got nothing going for them. I mean, but Rumble, I don't understand. I mean, they come to this Rams come in here and they try to talk shit about how we haven't done anything in years, about in decades. Well, clearly we've done enough for you to keep constantly coming up in here and talking to us.
And Jalen, I love your
I mean,
excellent point too. The only reason anybody's talking about the Rams and the Seahawks is because of us. We made them famous,
Rombo.
not them.
Rombo. Nobody talks about the Titans. Nobody talks about the Jags and Texans and Colts. Those fan bases are non-existent.
Nothing to talk about. They haven't done that.
Rombo, the Rams are what I like to call a city team, meaning outside of their city, they're non-existent. A non-football fan probably would not know who the Rams is. They might know who the 49ers is. I'm just going to keep it real with you.
No, the fame
Nobody's
is the
going to know
fame.
who the Rams is.
No.
It's the fame. I mean, we got 49ers fans from other countries. You probably don't even have Rams fans in other states. These they need to stop. I got to come in here and waste my time clowning these bums, and I hate doing it. It's annoying. We got Geno Smith at the quarterback, Matt Stafford. I mean, like, what are we talking about here? Y'all just got swept last year. We just swept y'all last year, the whole division. Rams, y'all ain't beat us in a regular season with a respectable 49ers team since Colin Kaepernick was a top 10 quarterback. You know how long ago that was? I hadn't went through puberty yet. You have to shut up. What's wrong with you people? I don't understand that, Rombo. These people are delusional as hell. What's wrong with them?
All of them got the unmitigated audacity to talk trash. It's unreal.
What are you talking trash about? What are you one ring, brother? You won one ring. Congratulations. Everybody's gonna win one eventually. I would hope. Do you have 5? In 100 years of football that we've seen, you only got 2 rings to show. 2.
Here you go. Tony points out
I wouldn't even give you that.
Eagles, Raiders, Steelers, and Chargers fans in Los Angeles than there are Rams fans. But you know what, Jalen? We could spend the rest of the day, I know I could, talking badly about those clubs. But how pumped up are you as George Kittle talked about my boy McCaffrey? We ain't played but a little bit with him. Wait till it happens next year. Everybody's going to be talking.
Rombo, I think first of all, what I don't want to see next year is first play of the game, toss counter right, toss counter left. We need to start mixing up these run plays a little bit more to like complement the style of running back we have. Like McCaffrey doesn't need to be running inside the tackle. He needs to be outside,
I know.
getting
So they
like
got
tosses outside.
Elijah Mitchell and others that can do that. Actually, they do that. Elijah Mitchell actually runs between tackles better than McCaffrey does.
Yeah, he
Jordan
can do
Mason can
both.
do
He
that as
really can
well.
do both.
Yeah. So
He,
let
it's
McCaffrey.
just we can't, it's like I don't know with Elijah. It's like he can't stay healthy.
But boy, when he's healthy, that dude, ooh, he's
Yeah, when
good.
he's healthy. When he's good, when he's healthy, Ronbo.
Yeah.
But
That's our story.
I think McCaffrey a whole offseason with us. I think the 49ers offense is definitely gonna be a whole lot better. The running game. I think the running game is gonna be better.
And you know what you're talking
Passing
about?
game is what always gets me.
But look for Kyle to come up with more ingenious methods to make that group actually work in a fashion that is actually unstoppable. Because you know he's thinking about that.
Yeah. Wamba, who do you think we finna take in the second? Don't we got a second round pick? Who do you think we taking first in the draft?
No, we start in the third round. Unless
we
we
don't
trade up
have
into
a
the
second?
No. We give that I think McCaffrey took that. If we ever
Oh yeah, that's right. Oh wow.
Yeah. So,
We could I feel like we could trade up into the second round with one of those third round picks.
Yeah, because and you want to give up 2 third rounds and maybe another third, fourth round pick. It depends, but it better be good though. If you're going up into the second round, you better know what you're going after if you're going to give up all them picks. Don't be blessing anybody with a lot of picks and ain't going after nothing but just being up in the second round. So they'd have to have a target. I don't know who that could be though.
I think we need to draft another safety.
You could probably get a quality safety in the second round too.
Yeah, because I mean, if Gibson, he's old. I mean, if he goes down, I don't know who we got behind him. That's an important position on the field.
You know what? You don't have any. You don't have anybody actually.
At least we got like people behind the corners. We don't have anybody behind Gibson. I mean, Tavarius is gone, so we don't have anybody.
Anybody in the chat, who would pick Gibson's place if he would have missed a game?
Yeah, we need to pick up a safety, Ronbo. Because that Saints game, I think who was it that didn't play that Saints game back in 2019? I think that was the reason why why that was such a high scoring game, because the chemistry was so off. I think Jimmy Ward didn't play that Saints game. It was either him or Tart.
It was Tart.
Yeah.
It was Tart.
It was Tart. You could tell because I think it was Maurice Hurst? Not Maurice Hurst.
I know you're talking about the one that Keller Witherspoon knocked completely out.
Yeah.
Cooks.
Yeah.
Cooks was killing us. He was cooking us. Cooks was cooking for that. I mean, every time Cooks went down the field, whatever he wanted to do, like he came down, one time Keller's, you having a good day? Get your ass up. And he didn't. I know, oh my God, Cooks is out of the game. I hated to get happy about somebody getting hurt.
Yeah.
But Cooks was doing a number. And that was the best thing. I'll never forget it, Keller.
Marcel Harris. I think his name was Marcel Harris. That was it.
Yeah, Marcel Harris was in that game, and his coverage was not good. Marcel Harris was just a speedy linebacker. Yeah.
Yeah, he wasn't good. He was definitely a problem. But I think what George was saying about McCaffrey, I think we're gonna be fine. He got a whole offseason now. Look at how fast he picked up on the offense in just those couple of weeks.
He's sharp. And
look at this with a whole offseason now. Just don't run him into the ground, Ronbo. That's what I'm scared that Kyle's gonna run him into the ground.
Kyle, you got plenty of people out there. Use somebody else. Call another number.
I don't know why he don't trust Jordan Mason.
Rookie. You know, Kyle has a pecking order. If you come in, like Jordan could probably get more plays this year just because it's his second year. But Kyle takes that university rhetoric to really seriously, you know. You just got here, wait your turn. What? I mean, Kyle, he is the best man for the job. Let him run between tackles.
He doesn't. Yeah, I don't know why Kyle doesn't do that. He just, I guess it's like a buddy thing. You know what I'm saying? Like he likes his guys. Kyle's like the guys that he drafts. You know what I'm saying? Like Tevin Coleman, how he was running Tevin Coleman. Sometimes more than he was Raheem Mostert and Matt Breida. And you know, I don't
started every game with TC.
I mean, he started every game with TC.
Yeah, and then Mostert would come in, and you never see TC again the rest of the night. So you know, this is what he does. But if you could get somebody to
Kyle's got to
soften that
fix that
offensive line up.
Rombo.
No, I'm sorry, say again?
I said Kyle's got to fix that Rombo.
Yeah, he needs to.
Yeah,
'cause,
like you gotta think. You can't be thinking about what's gonna make you look good. You gotta think about what's gonna be best for the team.
Exactly. Jalen, we're going to go. And I tell you what, I'll be back Tuesday. Let's talk some more 49ers.
Man, we still the kings of the West. Kyle and Nee need a 2-year rest, and Gene D and Rudy, y'all can keep sucking on that donkey fest because we gonna be the best. Rombo, let me get a Niner shout out. Don't forget the Raiders beating Nick Mullins on national TV. Everybody. Seahawks haven't won a ring in 10 years. Rudy, that's going to be y'all. So
I'm going to keep it counting.
10 years flies by fast.
Yeah,
10 years flies by fast, doesn't it,
next year,
Gene?
Hawks,
It's been 10 years.
Yep. I'll be talking every few
Bunch
minutes.
of bitches.
Y'all ain't
I'll
won.
see you
when
later,
the last time
Rombo.
y'all won a ring, 49ers? When the last time you won one? Okay.
10 years. Been 10 years, Seattle.
Yes.
It's going to be 20 soon.
They go by fast, Hawks. Night, Jalen. I'm glad Jalen brought that to light. I hadn't thought about when that year was the Hawks picked up that ring and ran hey, 49ers, you guys still talk about them old rings, huh? They're so dusty now you can't even see me. Get some polish and get that tarnish off of them. I've heard all your dumb jokes. I was in a good mood. George Kittle still got me pumped up. I just want to let y'all know that your rings are getting old. I like that. Hey, and let's go out to Tennessee and visit that Dragon Clan again where Bam and Boom are residing. And the man who calls the shots around the house, you and I both know that's not happening, but he is known as Papa Dragon. Pop!
What up?
Pop, man.
What is happening, Ronbo?
I'm just sitting there and I'm getting on that page with George. I said, George, I'm glad you're excited because I try not to get overly excited so I don't get my feelings hurt later. But you're right. McCaffrey, and I saw him training the other day, and he looked like a man who lost his mind. The 49ers are going to be difficult, to say the least, and Kyle's going to come up with some new plans because he had to hurry up and come up with those plans. I bet they're going to be a little more elaborate, a little more complicated, a little more intricate, a little bit more defensive, mind-boggling. They can't stop. Let me stop, Pop, because
No,
I'm tripping.
you're fired up right now, but I think I wanna give a shout out to Tony, Tony in his draft. So I just think his draft was unbelievable.
Mm.
However, I do have a huge problem with his draft.
Okay.
The problem that I have is that he didn't start the draft sooner. Because if he had, Ronbo,
Yeah.
I would have known prior to sitting down how bad his draft was.
Oh.
When I say bad, Ronbo, I mean Michael Jackson
bad. Yeah.
As in how bad Michael Jackson looked at the end of his life.
Oh, okay. Okay. But
In
elaborate.
fact, I think that Tony should never come on the Ronbo Sports Show again. Because he should be hired by the finest NFL draft shows in the world.
Yeah.
Just not any world that I live in. Frankly, I'm jealous of Tony. I'm jealous. and his ability to totally not give a shit about how to conduct a draft. His draft is not fit for 49er faithful content consumption.
Mm.
No, his spectacular draft, Ronbo, is only fit for higher football IQ.
Mm.
A supreme life form that will ultimately guide the Yorks to a 6th championship. In conclusion, Ronbo,
Yes.
Tony's draft was not bad.
We've never had anybody go that in depth and elaborate. You've done a good draft. Big Show sends me great drafts every year. Tony Ringini, who's coming in next week, he always gets into some of you guys just really have a knack for the draft. But Tony did go to the next level with that. A lot of people that didn't comprehend completely what he was doing booed it a little bit. But that took a lot of work.
No, he did take a lot of work. I will tell you one thing about his draft is that all the work he put into it, I did learn a few things about some players that I didn't know about.
See,
So that's
and
pretty
that's the
cool.
difficult thing about college football. There's a lot of
And then
studs out there.
right. And then the biggest problem that he had, honestly, with this draft is that that's just not how the 49ers draft. I'm telling you, 100%, the first two picks, I would say a 75% chance they're going to be defensive line players. It's going to be a tackle, and it's going to be an edge rusher.
Yeah.
It's going to be your first. It's going to be your top picks.
That is the way they think, isn't it?
Well, if you think like they did, right?
Yeah,
you want to bring
somebody
somebody in to challenge Drake, and you want to bring somebody in to start learning behind, our current defensive tackles, Javon and Eric.
Because I think they do, Tony. Pop. I think they. All right, guys. Let's talk about wait. Grab Kyle. Tie him up. Put a gag in his mouth. All right. Close the door. Okay, we're gonna go defense in this first.
Don't disturb Kyle. Don't disturb Kyle for another 10 minutes. He's currently playing Madden, and he's in off-season mode. So let him do his thing, and he'll join us. So I just never seen them ever draft for need. Like for the last most of his tenure, two spots have been like they've needed defensive backs and they've needed offensive linemen, and they never drafted them. The last offensive lineman they drafted in the first round was McGlinchey, and he was overdrafted. So it'll be very interesting moving forward. Obviously, they pay for their mistakes, so give them credit for that. I mean, they paid a lot of money for Hargrave, and then they pay a lot of draft compensation and a big salary for McCaffrey. Does it make the 49ers invincible? No, because we had McCaffrey in the NFC Championship game.
We did, but we didn't have a quarterback in that game either, though.
That's precisely my point, Ronbo.
Oh, I see what you're saying. We got to the NFC Championship game. I see what you're saying. Yeah. Okay, I'm sorry.
Can we please get a quarterback that doesn't get hurt?
I mean, I thought the Lord owes me at least that much. I've asked him every year to please, God, please let me get to the NFC Championship game and get through it and get to the Super Bowl. That's all I ask you.
Is let me get there 100% healthy. But again, if you're a coach, the coach has got to do his part to help you, and then you got to do your part to help yourself. So that's like it's two factors there. And for some reason, and I don't know if these boys just aren't being coached up and taught to take care of yourself. Because I believe Kyle's kind of guy that's like, Trey, make sure you protect yourself. What's that, Coach?
I bet you're right. It sounds like him.
You heard me. Whereas it's like, he should be cussing them out for trying to truck people in the NFL, which is hilarious. It is hilarious to watch. With Trey Lance, he's like in college, he was like Bo Jackson in Tecmo Bowl.
No, really.
And he's, what I'm saying? And in NFL, he's like Joe Montana trying to truck somebody in Tecmo Bowl. It don't work.
Just don't. God,
it just don't work. So, and like I said, I mentioned with Brock Purdy that 40% of the time he's throwing the ball late. And like I said, if I see it on the all 22,
every
teams like the Eagles see it.
Yeah,
they say they're supposed to swat after your arms. They want the ball out. So it was a fluke injury. Mm-hmm. Trey Lance's injury was a fluke, but at the same time,
strategic move by the defense, exactly.
Yeah, but at the same time, the coaches got to do a better job of protecting his players. So moving forward, ultimately when it comes to the draft, I think that we'll probably draft 6 players. You're not going to keep all those picks because not all those picks are going to be able to make the team. Yeah. And if you do draft somebody that has any kind of clout, any kind of value, and you try to stash them on your practice squad, which is a lot bigger now. Yep. Yeah, they'll get snatched up. So it's like you have to be very, very deliberate about who you take. Can they make the team? Can they contribute? Can they do more than just play their position, but can they play other positions? Can they play special teams? All those things will be factors. Or more importantly, can they just get to the quarterback? Mm-hmm. So that's why ultimately I think what you'll see is they're going to try to find themselves a DJ Jones type of defensive tackle, and they're going to try to find themselves a very fast, quick, bending, developing pass rusher, so that they can get that pass rush on the right side. I just think that's going to be their first 2 picks. Now, would it be mine? No. I would be trying to move heaven and earth to try to get me a tackle because I don't know how long Trent's going to play. And that would be my first pick. I don't think anyone in the world, sorry, Tony, would trade for Ambry Thomas. I'm sorry. I just don't. Trade for.
Wait. Tony's defense. So he added. He didn't put just bread out there. He put some meat in between that sandwich. I think he had a couple draft picks.
No. He added a whole lot, but it's just not a realistic formula. It's like the draft simulators. You can finagle it so that you can get what you want, which is how the draft simulators work. But you have to think on the line how NFL team works and what a team's willing to give up and what you're willing to give up and who you're trying to go for. So it's just we don't really have the ammunition to move up into the second round unless we plan on moving heaven and earth. And that's going to take draft picks from this draft, the next draft, and probably maybe a player or 2. But the only player to me that's tradable who has value. Well, there's 3 players that have value, but we don't want to trade. That's Bosa. Ayuk has value. I think Greenlaw has value, but he doesn't have he doesn't have second round power. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Ayuk does. And you could probably get a 1, if not a couple of 1s for Bosa. But Bosa's that one dude on the team that, that affects the entire game. And he's the player of the year.
That conversation, exactly.
Right. And Bob, he's a young man in draft.
Thomas, I meant to ask Tony about that too. Ambry's going into his 3rd season. Is there a dead cap issue getting rid of him?
Yes and no, but here's why you might not want to get rid of him. The reason why you may not want to get rid of him, which is why we have to be cautious about this draft. And I don't know if you remember me mentioning this when they traded all those picks for Trey, when I said don't worry about it. The reason why I said don't worry about it is because of the COVID years. So, a lot of these COVID players are having a very difficult time adjusting to the NFL. Yeah. And this may be I don't know if this should be the last year, but you're going to see a lot of players get drafted this year that are 23, 24, 25, 26, because a lot of players tried to stay in. Yeah. So the COVID stuff was real in how it affected players because they couldn't work out. They couldn't do their regimens and things like that. So some players came out early, some players came out late. Frankly, Trey looked terrible compared to how he looked at North Dakota State, but he hadn't played in a year. So he did look rusty. He delayed, he was very delayed in his delivery of the ball or delayed in running. Everything was like a hesitation for him. So you have to play your way out of that. And he's just one example. I think Ambry Thomas is another example because not only did he have COVID, but I believe he had some other kind of infection in his lungs where he lost like 20 pounds or something.
Oh, did he?
20 pounds of muscle.
He was sick. So,
yeah.
That was Ambry Thomas we saw last year. Looked nothing like the Ambry Thomas the year before. That's why I said, what's wrong with him?
Yeah.
He could play better than that.
Exactly. And even with Javon Kinlaw, we mentioned his knee. I've never seen a person in my life ever who was walking one day and then the doctor said, you know what, let's just rebuild it. I've never seen that in my life. Yeah. So he's got a complete knee reconstruction that kept flaring up the first year. Usually it takes a few years to come back from that, 2 years. So he'll have an off season. So he should look better this year. But again, we can't really trade him because, again, of the cap hit. Same thing with Trey Lance because of the cap hit. And Purdy, unfortunately, has the situation where instead of him getting better in the offseason, he's rehabbing. I expect him to take I expect him to take a step back. His brain is all there, but I'm not sure if his body will be able to do what his brain tells him.
You got to work out.
Yeah, improve.
Yeah, we're gonna probably Tuesday, Pop. Let's do this some more.
Yes, sir.
And I know Tony's loving it. How you defined his draft.
I hope you enjoyed it. It was a good job, though, Tony. A lot of good information there. A lot of good information. All right. Shout out to you in production. Shout out to the Niner faithful. Shout out to Tony, Big Show, and TNT. We're out.
All right. Night, Pop. Give my best to the Dragon Clan.
Yes, sir.
There he goes. And Rakib says, I hate the offseason, Ronbo, but I love what you do, brother. So I have to stop in and give you some love. Take care And be well. Rakeem, it's always good to see your name because I like to pronounce your name, but you know I like to play with your name. So Rakeem, thanks for dropping in and thanks for the contribution. Let us, Emilio, I see you, man. Emilio, you know, this is Bryant designed that ad, Bryant Cope. And yeah, thanks. Bill, here comes Bill. Bill!
Wow. It's been crazy offseason.
Well, you know OBJ is going to Baltimore, right?
That's what I was about to say. They signed him. I saw that.
Did you? I think you wanted him though, didn't you? Didn't you want OBJ?
Yeah, but I think that's where his career is going to end. That's where it's going to leave off. So I'm not even.
Bill, let's call it right now. I give OBJ until week 7. And then
he signed him. He signed with him.
Something's going to hurt. He's going to get an ouchie. I don't know where it's going to be, but week 7.
Well, yeah, I think we could probably get a receiver that won't get hurt in the draft if we do that, or a restricted free agent. So I'm not even looking at his direction. I kind of gave up on that situation because I think they got their eyes on bigger targets. We don't know. We say we want this.
The 49ers? Yeah.
Yeah, we want that. Yeah, but they'll get somebody we don't know. Be like, why did they get that person? And they turn out to be good. So I'm going to go sit back, enjoy the ride, coast. We don't get Rodgers. That's fine. Maybe we can talk Tom Brady out of retirement if we need to.
We're back. We're back in the argument, though, Bill. Rodgers is definitely people are still trying to push that potential narrative. Well, the Jets don't work out to get Rodgers. He is a potential to go to San Francisco. I said, I couldn't get off the page fast enough. Stop it. Rodgers is not coming, Bill.
I'm going to say this. I'd rather have Tom Brady over Rodgers. I'd rather have them talk Tom Brady out of retirement because it ain't going to cost us any picks, if you feel me. Let Rodgers go experiment in New York and fail. That way he could be worth the 6th and the 7th. So I'm kind of rooting for him to go to New York so we can get him for nothing, and maybe he could work out if we need that, which by the time I don't think we will. So his opportunity to be in the Niners is this year or never. Repeat, this year or never.
Now, are we talking about Brady now, or are we talking about Rodgers?
Rodgers. Because we won't need him because Purdy will be back. We know he'll be 100%. Trey Lance, okay, let's nip this in the butt. For all you all calling Trey Lance a bust, get off that, all right? He's going to be good. Just give him some time, okay? Give him some time. We got a steal. I'm going to put it that way. We got a steal. Give him time to develop. You may disagree, but a couple years, you'll be going like, oh, my goodness, Trey Lance. But weren't you one that called him a bust? Who was that called him a bust? Was that Big Show?
Yeah, but Big Show's not a big fan. Yeah, true.
I'm gonna call you out. You better put your cookies on the table, my guy. I know we may not get Rodgers. I ain't worried about that. I'm looking at our 2 quarterbacks. Hopefully they do good, and we still got Tom in retirement. We can talk out. He just got to go get a couple old ladies. It's only going to cost us maybe some cookies. Maybe Kyle going out, taking him to dinner. All that.
He needs to pick up those old ladies' groceries at least twice a week, though.
Right. Start doing it now in case you need to call Tom Brady. So you better get on it, Kyle, and start taking those ladies out because I'm not even looking. Cause either do that or you get Aaron. You don't get Aaron, you're gonna have to tell your wife, hey, listen, I gotta do something for business. I gotta take some old ladies out to dinner and make them the happiest ladies in the world so they can call Tom. And Tom will become a running.
He does listen,
doesn't he? Yeah. So, so you either have those 2. I'm not even worried about the whole thing. It's nice if we get him, but it'd be nice if we don't because he'll fail in New York, and he could be a 3rd stringer if he comes to San Francisco.
Bill, I just don't know. Do we really need a quarterback? What we need is for a quarterback to stay up on 2 legs.
We need some. We can't get Tom. We need to hire some quarterbacks that can hold on to the ball, but could take a hit to be crash dummies to at least that can throw. And for the NFC Championship, maybe if we go against Philly, to have them start maybe the first 4 to get beat up, send in the hospital, and get those guys off the field, and then maybe we could do something. I don't know.
You're talking
like
about a
one of those
droid,
things.
Bill. You know what? There's nobody in the NFL that can
crash
take a good
dummy
smack.
quarterback, meaning an actual person, a water boy quarterback that can hold on to it, a human being.
C.J. Beathard is not available. He's the only guy I know that can take tremendous hits, get up, dust himself off, and he's ready for the next play. I've never seen anything like that.
Unrestricted. There might be a few unrestricted this year that could at least hold and complete a couple passes that they could take a hit and a beating and can wear out the defense with them hitting hard, where by the time we put our quarterbacks out, they can be tired. I don't know.
Not going to happen, Bill.
I mean, that's the only thing I'm worried about is,
we just need to
but
protect
don't
the quarterback.
draft a quarterback.
Yeah, we just got.
Don't draft a quarterback. Draft an O-line, a cornerback, and we could get our unrestricted running backs and wide receivers on unrestricted free agents. Don't waste your picks on that. I don't know. I mean, my guy, we missed out a couple years. The only thing I would see us trading for would be Cole Turner. I'm still a Cole Turner guy. So, the tight end, in case Kittle decides to go, we still got a tight end. Because what do you think about WrestleMania? I never brought that up. George Kittle.
He was amazing as expected. I mean, when he laid Miz out, Miz unfollowed him.
All right. And for all you fans out there that talk about our rusty trophies, Rudy, please remember there's only 2 teams that literally have the right to talk in the NFL because they got one more than the 49ers. And that's the New England Patriots. This might make me sick. And the Pittsburgh Steelers because they got 6. But all you other teams out there, including you Cowboys, because you're nothing but a joke.
Up. Yes. They need to stop talking.
Yeah.
Texas boy, even as we speak, is in it just running crazy.
Right. And Rudy, your 2 rings. I'd rather have 5 crusty Super Bowl trophies than 2 shiny Super Bowl trophies. Do your math, Rudy. Do your math. Okay? 5, 2, 5, 2. I think I take the 5 crusty trophies over the 2 shiny trophies. Thank you very much. Anyways, give me another shout out. Before I do that, you Cowboys, get ready to get beat again. Get ready to cry. You ain't going anywhere. Quit getting hyped up. Quit smiling. You need to be.
They know that the Texas knows they're done. Before
Texas
they even
boy,
get started.
Know your role. Shut your mouth. And keep dreaming. We'll have at least 10 Super Bowls before you even taste one Super Bowl appearance. Thank you. Have a nice day.
You too, Bill. Hey, Charles. Come on in, Charles, and happy Easter to you. Hey, Charles, you got no audio.
What's going on, Ronbo?
Oh, there you are. Hey, Charles. How you doing, fam?
I'm doing good. I thought maybe I was maybe 10 deep.
10
I didn't know I was going to come on this fast.
Okay. You 10A, fam. Charles.
Well, it's good to see you. Well, it's good to be on your podcast.
Appreciate you having you, Charles, as usual. Yeah, because I'm sitting there. Everybody's talking about the draft. I'm getting off on George Kittle and how he's hooping and hollering about the fact that now that we've had McCaffrey for a few games and we're getting to him in all off season, look for the 49ers offense to be one of the things that people talk about. That Charles, every year the 49ers get talked about no matter what state of the franchise it is. People are either saying good things, bad things, or in between. But next year, Charles, they're going to be talking about that offense. The defense is going to do their job. That's what they do. But that offense is coming around next year.
Yeah, the offense, man. We're going to put up more points next year with Trey and Brock Purdy than we did last year. So But I'm
Remember,
really excited about.
remember
Yeah,
McCaffrey being that dude that's going to make all that even more possible than either quarterback.
oh
It's
yeah,
all about between. Kittle broke it down. You got McCaffrey, George,
oh yeah,
Debo,
oh
Jawan.
yeah,
It just goes
oh
on
yeah,
and on.
yeah. And they go, we don't even mention the rookie that we had last year. The fast rookie. What is his name?
Oh yeah, let's see. I really wish I. Uh, God, Gray. What's his first
Gray.
name?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I forget
he's
his
got
first name, but last name Gray.
yeah, Danny, I think.
Danny Gray. You're right. You're right.
You
He's
know,
gonna,
they,
he's gonna add some weight to his game.
yeah.
He's gonna get faster. Man, he's gonna,
I want to see him get
For Trey
faster,
Lance,
Charles.
if they keep Trey Lance, he's gonna be a really good weapon,
Yeah.
and he's probably gonna be another option that they lean towards. They're probably gonna want to get rid of IU. You know,
Ah,
if he explodes on the scene, they're probably gonna be it's
Ayuk.
probably gonna be leverage to get rid of IU. Now I don't want to see IU go, but I'm just
Yeah.
saying, if he develops,
You think you
you know, they
make him expendable?
oh yeah, oh yeah,
Yeah. You know, Charles, I gotta say though, Ayuk's a route runner. Danny's a speedster, and
yeah,
apparently he doesn't block. I'm guessing on this because I think the only reason he didn't see any action last year is because Kyle doesn't. You know how Kyle is. If you don't block, you don't play. And Kyle's
oh
serious
yeah,
about that because you notice all our wide receivers are very good at blocking. So Danny's
yeah.
going to work on that, and maybe. But if he's a speedster, I don't know why Kyle needs him to block. Marquise Goodwin didn't block. Of course, him and Kyle had a falling out too, though. That's just the way it works, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, but that I think Gray, I think he develops. He shows more development this year, and then So the only thing I'm really concerned about is that the right tackle position and
Oh, everybody is.
our pass rush other than Bosa and the new tackle that
Hargrave.
we got,
That's
defensive tackle that we got. Yeah.
Javon. Mhm.
Oh yeah. But other than that, man, I think we're gonna have we're gonna address the cornerback position in the draft. I think hopefully we find somebody to upseat our right cornerback
Dem-
and get
you,
him
you,
out of here because he
D'Amico? I mean, Demo?
yeah Demo yeah
Ah,
Demo's
Charles, Demo looked good last
yeah
year. You
I
didn't
don't
think
like
so?
no he wasn't he was horrible, man. I mean they had to play the guy 5 to 10 yards off the wide receiver, man. He's short and he's unathletic. He's more of a slot receiver. He's more of a slot cornerback. But they don't want to play him in the slot. But that's what they drafted him. They drafted him to play in the slot, and that's not what he's doing. But I mean, he doesn't need to be
Charles,
on the outside,
Charles,
man.
I'm gonna tell you right now. If we could make a gentleman bet because Demo's gonna start in 2023
Well, I'm
outside.
not. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that he doesn't. He won't start if they bring somebody, if they draft somebody, and he gets beat out. I mean, I just believe that Demo he can easily get beat out
Easily.
by somebody who's more athletic and somebody who's taller.
Okay.
Yeah.
I still think it's gonna be hard to beat him out. He knows what he's doing now, and the boy made some great
No, I
plays.
mean he doesn't have good street line speed. He doesn't have good agility. He's a stiff man. He's better as a slot receiver or a safety.
Mm.
But they got him back there because he's the only healthy. He's much better than Avery Thomas. I don't know what's going on with Avery Thomas.
Yeah.
Avery Thomas
Well, I just heard
is
he had been sick
man.
last year and lost a lot of weight. So maybe I don't know. Being an athlete, he should be able to work his way back into condition. It's very strange. Ambry had all the tools to be really
Oh
good.
yeah, yeah. Everybody thought he was going to take a leap, seeing how well he played the year before, but he didn't. And
Charles,
so,
I'm telling you right now,
yeah.
get ready. Get ready. Demo's gonna be your starter. I'm telling you, game one, Demo.
But I think with Avery Thomas being as bad as he was last year, he'll probably come back in better shape and be stronger, and he'll probably be more physically uh, stout, and he'll probably challenge Demo for the job. That's what.
Who?
But
Ambry?
what about? Yeah. So what about the guy that we had two guys out that were cornerbacks that had ACL injuries. One was Mosley, and the other guy was
Well,
the veteran that everybody likes with the dreadlocks. Who was he?
yeah, they're both gone. Mosley wouldn't sign, I
Oh,
believe,
okay.
with the Titans, and also,
Yeah, no.
uh,
Mosley signed with the Detroit Lions.
I'm sorry, and also they just didn't resign. Geez, what is his name? Anyway, yeah, he's gone. So yeah,
Oh, okay, gotcha.
so
Yeah,
I don't
I
know.
was hoping we still had. I was
You know
hoping
what
we
though?
still had
He
him.
hasn't signed with anybody else. Now he could get called
Yeah, he could. Oh yeah,
back.
yeah, he could. I hope they do. I hope he heals right, and I hope they call him, and I hope we he becomes a part of the team. At least he hangs out on the practice squad, because we're going to get some practice squad veterans. So
I know.
I'm I'm counting on that. But I think this team, we're going to do much better than we did last year. I think this team, we're gonna go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, got plenty of experience out there now, and they've been there, done
Oh
that.
yeah,
The only reason they didn't go to Super Bowl last year is because of that accident in NFCCG. They would go beat
oh
the
yeah,
Eagles. Yeah, they were.
yeah.
So
And we got Greenlaw, we got Warner. Greenlaw was playing like he had a Pro Bowl season last year, just didn't go to the Pro Bowl. I mean, we got a really good team. We got
it's
two good
home.
safeties in the back.
Yeah.
We got two cornerbacks that have shown that they can play. Like I
Mm.
said, I don't like Demo, so I think our team is a really good team. And
I lo-
if we can get that right tackle position
yeah.
nailed down, we'll be a really good team. We
Right
we
there.
could probably go 15-2
Oh,
next year.
see, I'm telling you right now, Charles. Every time Demo makes a play, where's Charles? Where's Charles? And Charles, I look at my boy Demo.
We
Underrated him.
that's well we gonna
Devontae's
keep that as a running theme
okay.
all
Because
all this year coming up.
I know Devontae torches you, but Devontae tortures everybody. It ain't just Demo.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
So anyway,
Yeah, so we'll see. I don't know how Steve works. I don't know how he's gonna play this defense, but
yeah, I know, right? That's
I'm sure. But we're
that's
gonna
his
see. But
thing.
like I said, Debo, he's our weakest link on that defense, man. And we're gonna shore up that defense.
Demo, if you're watching, I love you, man. Charles thinks you ain't gonna make it. I already bet. I'm telling Charles right now, Demo is gonna be the stud of the secondary next year, provided he doesn't get beat out.
Oh no, I
Charles,
mean
we got
he got two left feet, man. You can't do nothing with two left feet.
it. Charles, we gotta go. Good to talk to you, fam, as
Okay, all
usual.
right,
And I'll tell you
all
what, I'll be
right.
looking for you. If you got time, I'll see you Tuesday.
Okay, well I'll try to chime in.
All right. Appreciate you, fam.
All right,
Night,
love you,
Charles.
Ronbo.
Happy Easter. Love you back, fam. Here goes Charles. Okay, so this is good. Charles gave me, every year I got a player that I like that people tend to be against. Demo's going to be my guy this year. I know he's little and every now and then he gets beat, but I'm thinking he's going to get better this year. I was so proud of him when he got that INT last year against Dak. And the only reason they gave it back is because they said Nick was holding. Here's a Nick. He's got his hands up, and the guy behind him is pushing him into was that the Cowboys? What game was that? The man is pushing Nick into the body. Flag. It's a flag, number 97. What? What are you doing, ref? Demo just got in a pick six. Oh. Anyway, Demo. Go Demo. Jaime Alazaga. Long time no see. This is going to be an exciting offseason. Let's see what happens if possible. Do a funny impression of Trent Baalke. Much love. Anytime Anytime Trent Baalke talks, it's pretty much a joke anyway. But I gotta tell you, I kind of like what the guys, my predecessors, have done after I went to Jacksonville. Well, the best thing they've done, though, and all jokes aside, is that picking up a Mike McGlinchey was pretty much something I would have never been able to achieve. So my hat's off to him. But the rest of you 49er fans that haven't gotten up off my ass since I left, I've told you this then, I'll tell you this now. I did the best I could. And let me tell you another thing, too. If you'd have lost all the ball players that I lost during the time, your ass wouldn't have done any better. You kiss off. Thanks, Trent. I'm sorry, man. That move with Chip Kelly and you and everybody else, it's not working for us. Area code 408. What's up?
Hoka, Ronbo, Hoka,
Oh, hey, talk to you. Have we talked in over a year?
It's been a while, brother. I've been listening to you for a long time, man.
I know. And used to come in, what is your name, fam? I haven't talked to you in such a long time. And you didn't come up on my ID.
Brother. Niner Native, brother.
Niner Native, that's right. Niner Native used to hold
Let me tell you a little something.
Dance and everything.
So why is it that these Raider fans are gonna sell out that Jimmy Garoppolo jersey come week 2? There's gonna be number 10s all over Oakland, all over San Francisco, and I can't wait for it because my coworkers, I've been roasting them.
That's right.
I've been roasting. I've been telling them.
You and I used to talk about the Raiders together. That's right. I remember that.
Oh, we get on the helmet. It's
Niner Native's got a Raider neighbor is the problem. I love it.
Oh, man, they're defunct. They went belly up. They don't want none of the smoke no more. You know. But, it's funny, man, because I told them before it happened. I said, hey, look, man, Jimmy's going to be your quarterback, and they said, no way. They went up and down. They cried about it. They threw fits. I said, no, it's going to happen, man. It's your best hope. They said he's not better than
Carr. Was over there. It was easy to see. I don't know how they didn't see that.
It was meant to be.
Yeah.
It was meant to be. So now when I know none of my coworkers are going to wear that Jimmy jersey around me because they know they're going to get a whole earful, but sold out. Walmart specials all over Vegas. You can get it at the CVS.
Not
2
authorized
a.m. They'll have
by the NFL. I know.
How you been, Ronbo, man? How you been?
Doing all right, it was hard to get over last season because of how we went out. I mean, we went out, and damn well we're going to beat the Eagles that day. But, I like George Kittle, put me in a good place mentally. Because George said, wait till you see what we look like next year with McCaffrey getting an entire offseason off and games under his belt from last season.
Debo said they're lucky, right? We didn't get after him, but hey, I'm sold out, man. Brock's it. I think he brought momentum into the team, and I really hope that come next season, it's not one of those things where maybe it just was a situational thing. He had the gas, but dude, he was so with the high knees and the stutter step and getting into the end zone. He just. It made sense to move on from Jimmy. It made sense that he would replace Trey. I think Donald's going to take number 2, and we're just stacked, man. We just got to make sure he stays upright. Fix the offensive line.
There it is right there. Can we keep a quarterback standing up, please, God? Just standing up until the end of the season, into the Super Bowl. Please help us. He was always getting blasted to pieces when they can't even walk. God.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. That was the thing about Jimmy was he was so clutch in those third downs, and he would take that shot right in the chest. He would, and he'd still get that slant route, that out route. He would still hit them right in the face mask. He would deliver the ball where it mattered, and there's so many haters. But honestly, man, the Raiders deserve to lose for another 15 years. They don't deserve Jimmy, man.
I'm with you. I love Jimmy. I really do. But if the Raiders continue to lose, I'll be the happiest man on the planet.
Oh, they gotta lose.
You know what I mean?
Hey, so I get routine calls from my cousin that's been in prison. He's been in prison now for about 11 years. And I remind him every time he calls me because I'm cold like that. I say, bro, you've been locked up for 11 years and you're still losing.
That's
still
cold.
losing. You went in, they were losing. You're about to get out, and praise God, he's about to get out here pretty quick. He's about to get out pretty soon, but he's going to come out a loser. And he got that Raider shield tatted. It's with him for life. Just life losers, you know what I'm saying? They get no slack.
We
hey,
both
Ronbo, man, I absolutely, dude, I've been listening to you. Love you, man. You're a Bay Area staple. In San Francisco Niner Empire, never been a nation. Don't confuse it. You know what it is. Bang, bang, Niner game, man.
Niner Native, it's been so great to hear from you. Good, dear. And don't be a stranger, fam. Get back in here as soon as possible.
Hey, God bless you, man. Happy Easter.
Happy Easter.
Happy Easter. God bless you, man. He is reason.
Fam.
All right, brother.
There he goes. Niner Native and I used to have some long conversations, boy. Both of us have to deal. I have Raider fans in my family. I got Raider fans all around me all the time, and they're always talking. That's why I say, the Rams and the Hawks are one thing, but Raider fans can be vicious. Ooh, they can be vicious. Hey, here he is. Roll Tide. It's the Rod Rod.
What it do, my Bizzle?
Oh, Rod, man, I'm sitting there. I was enjoying George Kittle's summation of what to expect next year. George is right, man. If anybody's feeling down in the mouth, think about next season, which starts next week. Rod, the guys will be back in there working out on the 17th. That's one day over a week. It's time.
Can't wait, bro. Can't wait.
Rod, you can talk about the potential of next year's team and the draft if you want to. Go ahead, Rod. Let me sit back and listen.
Well, I'm going to just state the obvious, first and foremost. Proud of the job Brock Purdy did last season as Trey Lance and Jimmy Garoppolo's backup as a rookie. But truth of the matter is, I must say I'm pretty disappointed in the lack of playing time that the rookie got. And I'm not talking about when he was injured alone. I just feel like, this kid has not been given the support that he needs in order to succeed. And, Ronbo, I'm a fan like you. I date back to the early 80s as far as how long I've been a fan. Just feel like, Kyle, man, you on the hot seat with me. I don't care what nobody else say. Call him a genius, whatever. Geniuses win championships. And we've gotten close. But at a certain point, man, we got to start holding people accountable, man. Bottom line is, we talk about it all the time. I get it. No, this isn't Eddie DeBarlo and Carmen Policy's team. But bottom line is, Ronbo, you and I both know, Carmen Policy was running shit.
Yep.
That cat they called George Seifert, he had to go. He won a championship, but when it was time to make a decision as far as where are you now, they got rid of him, man. I mean, I'm not saying I want to get rid of Kyle, but at some point, you got to take the responsibility, man. So,
but Rod, you're not saying he's got to go, but he does have to make some improvements, Rod. Because the thing is, I what I worry about is who come in next.
Well, I mean, like I said before, I'm proud to have Brock Purdy, but the bottom line is we don't know if he's going to be ready or not. I told you last year, Ronbo, during the season, this kid looked like he's the one, It is what it is. I mean, if Trey just isn't able, is one thing. If Trey can't get it done, is one thing. But, I mean, give him his opportunity.
Yeah.
If Brock is healthy, I have no problem with them going with Brock if Brock is healthy. But, let's do what's best for Brock, man. You know.
Well, Rod,
I'm just saying now. You know he got a track record with injured quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Go ahead, bro.
I suspect you may have an opinion then about bringing in Darnold.
He sucks to me, man. I mean, I'm just being realistic.
Yeah.
He really sucks to me. And I mean, you know, Kyle has shown this trait before when he went after C.J. Beathard. You know, it's like, bro, I get it. You good at calling plays, but come on, man. You know what I'm saying, man? At sometimes you gotta get your talent, bro. You gotta get your evaluated talent skills straight when it comes to the quarterback position because he been struggling. It's just the truth, Ronbo. Now, if Trey Lance is a bust like some suggest he is, which I don't believe, I think I need to see a little bit more before I could say bust. But if he's a bust like,
haven't seen enough.
You get it. But I mean, if he is that, you know, bottom line is y'all selected. Bottom line is y'all got rid of.
I know, right? What were you looking at when you selected it?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right. You know, I mean, like I said before, man, you know, bottom line is this is, what have you done for me? Now leave. Kyle, you've shown the ability, but you've shown sometimes that I think sometimes you get too cute with your play calling. And I mean, Bob, dude ain't perfect. Nobody's perfect, Ronbo. But yeah. I'm just saying, you're supposed to learn from year 1 to year 2, year 2 to year 3. I feel like we keep making the same mistakes, man. And, you know, biggest mistake has been the quarterback position. Period.
7 years.
Yeah,
this is 7th year, and that position is still being competed for. I mean, I think I say, my God, we can't get the quarterback room set. It's this year. Well, I guess Jimmy's at 2019, 20. Well, you know what? I guess Jimmy was there for 3 years, pretty much the starter guy, but he was hurt all the time. So, you know, you can't win no championship like that. So, I don't know.
Right. And I wish the bro luck, man. You know, I really do because I think the potential is there. But, I mean, we just got to be realistic, man. Look, it ain't like we haven't seen a Super Bowl win in San Francisco. You know, we won 5 titles. So with that being said, I mean, bro, if you're not winning,
yeah, no, we win titles. We don't win participation trophies, nor do we win regular season trophies. We take it all, and 3 times got there and got knocked the hell out for whatever strange reason. But you know what's so funny about that, Rod? It wasn't necessarily because we got outplayed, as much as there was other things going on that had more to do with it. The Super Bowl, the hell happened in them last 6 minutes? You had a lead. Yeah. The NFC Championship against the Rams that they're still talking about now is because the 49ers, I don't know what happened to Klosky. Jimmy's out there playing with an arm and hand, ain't working. Kyle didn't want to play nobody else. So, you know, I'm saying we always lose these games. It has nothing to do with how good we were. It's everything but that. Brock Purdy against the Eagles broke his arm.
Let me comment to one of your cats on the chat line. Do these so-called fans remember the coaches between Jim Harbaugh? Man, look here, man. This the present. This the present. We ain't talking about the past. Forget that. I want my team to win now. Period. I want my team to win now.
Yes, please.
I remember him. What's your point? What's your point? I'm still supposed to just be happy because he got us to a Super Bowl? Nah, bro. You the so-called fan. Real fan want to win.
Well,
that's all I got for you, Ronbo.
This could be the year, Rod. This could be it. We got to remain calm, remain patient. Lord have mercy. We've already been calm and patient. No, we haven't been calm, but we've been patient. We didn't have any choice.
I'm telling you.
Rod, good to hear from you again.
It's been fun, bro. Yeah, I hit you back, bro.
All right.
That's my word, bro. Let me hear that thing.
on. Talk to you later,
Yeah,
fam.
appreciate that, Ronbo. Catch you later, one dog.
Looking forward to it. Night, Rod. Oh man. And there's Merrick. Hey, Merrick.
Hey, Ronbo.
Merrick, how you doing tonight?
How are you doing?
Happy Easter to you.
I'm good.
Doing
You have a
great.
good Easter?
Oh yeah. Always extensive eating, and usually, if you're like me, you start picking at things before the plates are served. Oh, I do love doing that. Hey, get your hands out of that. What? I'm just tasting it. Are you serious? Did you wash your hands? Yes. No. Mac, I tell you what, Kittle has got me all pumped up. Because when he's on Pat McAfee, he said, George, you know what I'm talking about? Yes. So, because I said after McCaffrey arrived last year, there's some people who says, well, we're still the same team as we were for us. Just wait. Just wait. Give C-Mac-C a couple of minutes to get settled in. Then we'll talk. Sure enough, that momentum started. McCaffrey started getting used to what the program was about. That snowball got bigger and bigger. Boom! Unbeatable Niners. Until that fateful day. But anyway,
I don't understand how people can blame Kyle Shanahan when we have unfortunate injury luck.
Yeah, I know. It's
it's football. Injuries happen.
Yeah. And there's really nothing he can do about that. I know, there is, I guess the one thing he could do is see if we can help protect the quarterback a little better. But I don't, you got rid of Michael Glinchey.
Our offensive line needs some work.
You didn't re-sign Mike, and you're going to see if you can get something better. Did you notice that Croft is not going to be re-signed? I shouldn't laugh. What's the poor guy going to do?
Surprised.
He didn't mean to. You notice, Merrick, have you noticed, if you make a mistake that costs us anything, Kyle will get rid of you. Matty B fumbled the ball one time too many. Croft was one of the reasons why Brock got hurt. There's been others. Dante Pettis for being soft and tender. Pyle said, I don't need that. You're gone. Carlos Hyde. Remember that shot that Jimmy threw downfield to Carlos and went right between his arms? Carlos.
Yeah.
Kyle made his mind up that day. Okay, well, he won't be back next year. Kyle is scary. If you piss him off, you're gone. It only takes once.
Yeah,
So,
I don't understand that. I think he should give people a second chance, but at the same time, football is a business.
Yeah, you got to do things that you got to stand out. Actually, Merrick, we might do the same thing. If you're not helping my team, I probably should just let you go. Especially, Croft had 3 situations last year, 2 passes he damn should have caught. Damn well should have caught. And then of course, the NFCCG incident. So I did it.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that's all Croft is going to be known for is that one play.
I know, right? You can watch a film on that all day, and you can see he hesitated. He did stop him for a step, but not enough. Reddick still pretty much manhandled him and got around him. Man. What if? What if he didn't do that?
Yeah, and I know people like to blame Kyle for the Super Bowl 54 loss, but at the same time, our defense should not have given up 21 points in 6 minutes.
Yeah, they hadn't done that all year, Merrick. That's the bizarre thing about it. They hadn't done that all year. Well, they were tired. Oh, but this is the Super Bowl. You don't get tired. The adrenaline's flowing at a level. Richard Sherman, he's famous for what he does. Sammy owned him that day. Jimmy Ward reported. He didn't report back to the line of scrimmage until. But Ward said in an interview later, "Yeah, they ran that play against us 3 times." Jimmy, did you tell Robert Saleh? I mean, why didn't we make some adjustments? Oh, it just see. That's why I said we weren't really mature. And I said at the beginning of the season, I said, you know what, the 49ers, everybody, we're going to Super Bowl. Guys, I don't know. There's a maturity level here. I'm not sure if they're going to make it. I hope. I don't know, guys. And sure enough,
Yeah, well, I think our team's finally mature enough to not make those mistakes if we make it back to the big dance.
Yeah, now they would have made it last year if what's his name didn't get hurt for sure. Oh, no doubt. So we can only look back and say, did they learn enough? They've learned enough. They had learned enough last year. Everybody knew their job. Everybody did their job well. The offense, a lot of people don't understand it takes a while to get Kyle Shanahan's offense and get into real rhythm and sync. Last year, George, Debo, Juice, all of them knew exactly what you didn't see any routes getting interrupted. Jawan Jennings was third and clutch. George did his job well. Juice, awesome. Debo and Ayuk, everybody on the offense knew exactly what they were doing and how to do it. There was no doubt about it. They could get it done. Damn it.
Yeah, and don't forget about CMC.
He's the guy I'm talking about. He came into a team that was already well polished and added more dynamite. That's all they needed to be invincible. That's what they are now.
Yeah, it's always cool seeing McCaffrey play because I played running back for a year in high school. So
tough spot.
But then I took a nasty shot to my knee and tore it up, and I didn't play again.
Every other guy I knew in high school got a busted up knee too. It's just a spot for that, That's why they don't get premium pay anymore, running backs. So it's really kind of sad.
Yeah, running backs get beat up the most, but make the least amount of money.
Yeah, isn't that terrible? Poor guys. So and also Kyle's learned too. He's grown a lot. You don't keep throwing the ball in a situation like the Super Bowl when all you need to do is play safely. If you want to play safely, now's the time, Kyle. Everybody says, well, they stacked the box and wouldn't let us run, but still, stop throwing it. They know you're going to do that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, KC was probably going to try to stop the run, but you should have still tried it.
Yeah, or also just go for the short swing pass. Debo was unstoppable that day. Keep doing that. They weren't able to stop him. They didn't have actually they didn't have a corner or anybody else. Debo was running free all the time. Jimmy would hit him with a blindfold on as he was running those crossing routes, and Debo would just he was tearing him up. Keep doing that until it doesn't work, Kyle. That's all you got to do. Let him run out the clock. No. We got to run this, and this. I want those pre-snap movements to pick up. I want everybody moving like Pistons. Guys, Kyle, you're not fooling anybody. Just stay basic at this point. You got the game. You got a 10-point lead. That's all you need. This defense just hasn't given up 10 points in that length of time all year long. On this day, they did.
Yep.
Shit. What Kyle learned, I think.
Hey, Ronbo, how do you feel about the Ravens signing OBJ for $18 million for 1 year?
Good for them. Merrick, how long do you think OBJ is going to last?
Yeah, I'd give him 10 games.
10. I gave him 7. Yeah. Okay. He's not.
I'm just surprised they would pay OBJ, who's aging, $18 million. $18 million. And they still have to pay Lamar.
And Lamar probably heard about it too. You paid him $18 million. Okay, I hope you got enough for me. I ain't playing with y'all, man. I'll sit out this year. I can just see him now. Lamar, we got him for you. We're gonna pay you. Get in here. We'll see. That's gonna go all the way till the last minute. Lamar's pissed. He doesn't want. He already asked to be traded.
Yep, I'm still surprised Rodgers hasn't been traded yet.
They're trying to. Green Bay's toying with that. They're not going to let him go until the last minute. Because Rodgers, he won't behave. God, Rodgers is he's such a jerk. I don't blame Green Bay. He has nothing but nasty things to say or little digs. I'd make him wait too. Because he's got no place else he can go. Anyway.
Yeah, it's like Rodgers pulled an AB, got hit in the head one too many times, and became very interesting, we'll say.
You could be onto something. Seriously? You might be right. Rodgers is weird. Anyway, Merrick, always fun. I'll talk to you Tuesday, okay?
All right, take care.
You too, man. Oh, God. Seth, Rodgers on isolation. Aaron, people want Aaron Rodgers on this team. I tell you what, I've got mixed feelings about that. I mean, Rodgers, Jimmy G gets all kind of flack for not going to the big one. Rodgers has spent 10 years trying to get to the big one and hadn't got there. I don't know, man. Mahomes, that's about the only guy that gets it done. Well, Brady, of course. Who else? That's it. Hey, 734 area code in Missouri.
How you doing, Ronbo? It's my first time calling in.
What is your name?
You're not going to believe this, but my name is Trent.
I thought that's where we were going. I don't tell. Let me guess. Your last name is Balky, right?
I'd rather not say.
Trent, I've apologized to you. A lot of people have said a lot of bad things about you, but I really like you, Trent. I used to watch every one of your interviews, and I'd sit there and I'd love it.
That's all right. I make more money than all them bitches.
I've been telling them that. You're doing a great job in Jacksonville.
Got a little bit of a cold.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know anything about Jacksonville. So I'm calling about the 49ers.
Well, I understand that. I was just saying I know you were over there, and but if you want to talk about the 49ers, Trent, please do. What do you have to say about the Niners?
Well, I was listening to your mock draft today, and I wanted to call in.
All right. What'd you think?
I was a little disappointed that he didn't draft any injury risks.
Well, he had one guy to be the redshirt guy of the year. I forgot which guy that was, but there was one. He had a torn chest. He had a torn pec muscle, and but he's a good football player, according to Tony. And we might put him in and put that red shirt on him and let him sit back and heal up and get him better.
Ronbo, I'm not satisfied unless he's going in motion in a wheelchair. Just smash, that's nothing.
I know, Trent. That's a lot of percentage of your draft picks usually came in an ambulance and got dropped off at the facility. So I know how you think, but yeah, the only problem is they never materialized.
I thought the 49ers were turning the corner when they got rid of that one bust, that first round bust.
AJ?
And what was his name?
AJ Jenkins.
Oh. They drafted the all-pro Javon Kinlaw. I thought the Niners were turning the corner.
That we're still waiting on that, Trent. Javon he's actually out working on his curveball and his slider and his changeup to help him get better for football.
An injured player is like an older woman.
Yeah.
You just need time to mature like a fine wine.
Okay. And then you can pop the cork.
Sometimes you just gotta spit on the boo boo and keep going,
Usually, yeah, that works. Make sure they got a lot of support hose and get them out there in that field and let's go.
Yeah, I tell you one thing, I'm really excited about that Brock Purdy. the minute that he got that elbow injury,
Yeah.
I'm thinking trade. I want that kid on my team. He'll be good in another 3 or 4 years.
Yeah. yeah. Brock's. He's looking like RoboCop. That apparatus he has on his arm. But he'll be
What's
okay.
the other kid that's losing it? The
Uh,
one losing his hair.
or the quarterback. That Trey's.
Yeah,
He's
Trey
all.
Lance.
Yeah, that's good. He's getting ready. He's going to be ready this year. Hopefully, he doesn't worry about that foot and gets out there and plays like he did.
I would trade for him too. I'd trade for both of them.
It's
2 number 1 picks and a future number 1. Give me both your busted players.
Package deal.
The old disability team.
Yeah. we got a lot of those. God, that list goes on and on. Oh, my God. Even back down to Bruce Willis and his turf toe.
I'll prove my point to you. The best player you guys ever had was Jimmy Ward.
Yeah.
Jimmy Ward. Once he learned how to run on that bad leg, unstoppable.
Which bad leg are you talking about? I think Jimmy hurt both legs and both arms and a shoulder. Every bone in his body was broken at least once.
But you wish you still had him, don't you?
I do. I was a huge Jimmy. I mean, I stuck up for Jimmy every time somebody called in and started ragging on him. I was defending Jimmy with both feet.
Huge Jimmy Garoppolo fan.
Yeah.
Huge. Nothing like an injured pretty boy leading their franchise into ruin. Fantastic.
But we won a few games. Jimmy's the only guy that left San Francisco way over 500 and got kicked, sit out on the back of a mule, tarred and feathered. And, we won a lot of games with Jimmy. Got the NFC Championship game twice. And now he's on his way to Vegas.
Back when I was a kid, the worst, most intimidating person on a football field was players like Derek Thomas, Lawrence Taylor.
Yeah.
And today,
Yeah.
the most intimidating person on the field is Kyle Shanahan. He hurts people. He puts people on the bench. He ruins careers, Ronbo. Sign me up.
He is. Kyle is kind of scary. Oh, God.
You know what? I got an idea. Hey, guys, hey, come here, you. You didn't play last week. You're going to block that guy.
Yeah.
The Pro Bowler. You know what a Pro Bowl is? Of course you don't know what a Pro Bowl is. You're a backup tight end. Now get in there and block him.
Brilliant. Brilliant.
I would hire Kyle Shanahan as a hitman.
Working for the police
I
department.
want him out of the game, coach.
Yeah.
Take Debo out.
In a Super Bowl drive. Yeah. Well, I tell you what, Trent, we got to go. It's been a pleasure. And Trent, get back here anytime you like. Let's talk some 49ers football. You are definitely entertaining.
Yep, you got it. Dino!
Happy Easter, Trent. Night. Oh. Hey, Levi.
What is going on?
Levi, it's a day where Tony came in and gave us a mock draft. People got educated on how you go about doing the draft. You know what? Tony actually went through some loops in places where people, even you guys who are doing this all the time, probably had to stop and take notice. And also, for this program, it's all about Christian McCaffrey's impact and what we can expect next season as well. Levi, start wherever you want to. What do you got to say?
Okay, well, I missed Tony. I came on a little late. But
You go back and check.
man,
It's interesting.
yes, I missed a lot of stuff. But Oh man, this is an interesting season, man. I still feel bad for Kyle. Not that bad. He played a lot, but I'm like, dang, man, it's really hard, man. He said we expect a lot. We want to win. Yeah, we all want to win. But I know,
Yeah, we
and
can
the
agree on
fan
that.
base,
Yeah, everybody wants to win.
we
There's no
all
doubt
want
about
to
that.
win. So yeah, we want to win so bad. But every team wants to win. Like we kind of entitled, Ronbo.
Mhm.
Like, do we understand how great it is to be a 49er fan? To be
good
able to at
point.
least help history.
Yes.
Like, imagine if you were like, what's a fan? Like, imagine if you were a Detroit Lions fan.
How about a Cardinals
You know
fan?
how painful life was, huh?
How about a Cardinals fan? And you're right, Lions, that has got to be the worst. Don Burr's still talking loud as he can, too. He's proud.
Yeah. But he ain't really got nothing to lose. I mean, well, I guess he can be a little bit excited. You know, they up and coming. Maybe they might finally do something.
Levi, here's the thing about Detroit. Detroit is like, being a Laker fan, I used to laugh at the Clippers because nobody talked about the Clippers, and the Clippers weren't doing nothing but getting beat up. So now the Clippers have rose to a level now you can't laugh at them no more. Maybe the Lions plan on doing that this year too. You
still laugh at the Clippers. Do you think Clippers are a championship contender this year?
I don't know what the Clippers are. They got a good team, but they used to be a big joke. At least they compete out there now. I mean, Billy Crystal
you think they got a decent shot at the championship this year? Or do you think it'll be a miracle?
No, there's something wrong with them. They'll be in the mix, but there's really something strangely wrong with the Clippers. They got all they need.
They're not
what they could do.
Okay. This is the main thing, Ronbo. If you're not in championship contender, if you don't look at them and say, oh, if they win the championship, I won't be surprised, and you still laugh at them.
Yeah. Now I see what you're making. I guess we can get ready to laugh the Rams and the Hawks and Cardinals for a long time to come.
I don't know about the Hawks, man. The Hawks, I feel like the Hawks concern me the most right now.
Same here, between the three teams. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to completely write off the Rams, but I haven't been following the offseason, don't really care. I'll see it when the season happens. I don't know how they're going to act when maybe people are healthy this year. Maybe, they'll be better. Hawks seem to be on the uprise. I mean, they were way better than anybody thought, better than we thought.
Last year,
so I don't think we
surprised
can
me.
just write them off.
Geno surprised me, if anything.
Yeah, man.
Levi, as long as Pete Carroll's over there, I don't know. He's a better coach than he gets credit for. I think the Hawks are going to continue to be at least competitive until they can get stronger.
Right. Right now, they still not too worrisome, but they still something to keep an eye out for.
You got to play them.
They look like they fell to pieces.
Yeah, they'll beat you
Cardinals,
if you don't
they look like
come
they
in
fell to
rough.
pieces.
They did.
And the Rams. I don't know about the Rams. I have no
I do.
clue, but no
the
matter
Rams are
but
done.
Even if they're not done, they're still not much of a threat to us. Even if they do, make some noise next year.
At their best,
they still will probably lose to us. But even when they're good, they mostly
still got
lost to us.
Yeah, they got away once. Damn it! But that's it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they got away the once that
was
mattered.
the best once, I know.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm gonna lose to you 100 times and I beat you and make it to get a big win,
that's
why the Rams still coming around here.
Yeah, they'll be around here a while.
So
yeah, it's fine.
Well, I'm gonna try to be hopeful. Hopefully, Brock Purdy with the Christian McCaffrey. Hopefully, the offense will be able to kick off from it did last year and maybe surprise me. That's my kind of hope right now. That maybe
because that defense is going to be fine.
All right. All I know is I don't know what else we got. Like you said earlier, man, the only person that knows how to get it done is Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, Mahomes is definitely going to the Hall of Fame, even if he retires today. You know what I'm saying? So,
Well, no, Patrick Mahomes is playing for something different. He's
Now
trying
it's-
to challenge Brady.
Yeah.
Hall of Fame ain't no longer like part of his like goal. He said, "I'm already there, basically. Got
But to
2
be-
rings. I got championships. Got
Yeah.
multiple MVPs.
But to be the top
So
of the
he
heap,
already got.
7 rings.
Yeah, so he's right now.
You know, he's got to get 8 rings. He's got 2. He's got to get 8
I don't think
rings
he
to
need 8
surpass
rings.
Brady. We'll get 7 at least to catch up with Brady, right? Brady's went around with 7.
Not really.
Brady's
This
got
is what Rumble. This is why he don't have to have the more rings than Brady.
Okay.
Brady got like 3 bad blemishes on his resume, on his Super Bowl resume.
Well, yeah, that's true.
He gotta hope Eli Manning make the Hall of Fame, which means, or otherwise he would have got beaten by Eli Manning twice and Nick Foles. So he got like
that was bad. Eli, there's arguments all over the place as to whether Eli should be put in the Hall of Fame or not. That's a pretty good argument. That's pretty funny. Beat Brady twice. That's your claim to
But
fame.
fortunately, though, Brady does got one thing. He at least managed to beat Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl, which kind of makes it harder for Patrick.
True.
But if Patrick Mahomes can win a lot of Super Bowls and only lost one time, people will probably be more willing to give him the title that he seeks.
You know, you brought up something I forgot about, though. Head to head, it wasn't Patrick's fault because he didn't have no offensive tackles. But Brady didn't have to do anything to beat him that day. How do you judge that?
Well, at the end I got a question, Ronbo. How many people remember the intricacies and the stats of the game of our five Super Bowls?
I know, right? That'll be forgotten.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
like, do you remember all the intricacies that went into us winning those Super Bowls, or the main prevailing
Absolutely.
memory
I
for
know
most
Rice went
people
crazy a
is
couple
we
times,
got 5 Super Bowls.
Yeah.
We might be able to say, the score, because we can look that up quickly. But we ain't going to be able to understand the game. We ain't going to be able to say, well, we won a Super Bowl because the other team offensive line was bad or whatever.
Nobody
say, hey,
cares.
we beat them. Look at the score.
And nobody cares, right? Yeah, 10 years from now, like the Hawks, it was 10 years since the Hawks won that Super Bowl, and they can shut up now. They're still talking, but it doesn't matter now.
Yeah, because they said, well, the point is, though, they still got the Super Bowl. That's the thing you brag about.
They
got
did.
one.
Mm-hmm. But not to us. You know, this is the thing. You got one Super Bowl, and you're in here talking. What are you talking about? You know, this is the thing. Disrespect from people who will be under our shoes for the rest of their natural lives talking.
Yeah. But I think that's one of the reasons why we want a ring so bad, so we can have our recent, so we can, like, all these people who did our recent rings, they can, well, at least we won one in the last 25 years.
That's embarrassing, you know. For them saying that's an embarrassment, you know. So that's fine. We'll catch them as far as this deck or this particular generation goes.
Yeah.
Go ahead, finish that one. We gotta go.
Okay. Well, I still got confidence in Kyle, and I'm still like milk that people want to still like. They still want to blame Kyle, even though this was probably the least his fault out of all the blunders.
True. It's very true.
So have a great day, Ronbo. Have a Niners day. And when are you gonna be back on?
Tuesday.
Oh, Tuesday. I was hoping Wednesday. Wednesday's supposed to be my birthday.
Oh, get back here Tuesday, and we'll do the happy birthday thing.
All right, Ronbo. You have a good one.
You too, Levi. Night, fam. Happy Easter.
Bye. You too.
Thanks. Yes, indeed. And actually, that's true. If there was one, Kyle got all the way to that game with 3-4 quarterbacks. That ain't easy. That ain't easy. And he's getting smacked left and right. I don't know. You know, we got to stop getting hurt somehow. I don't know how we're going to do it. Hey, break! Get on in there, break!
Hey, what's up, Ronbo? How you doing, man?
Break, doing great. You know, as I said, my vitamin now, better than anything, is I kept that Pat McAfee tape. I got it bookmarked. George Kittle talk about what we're going to look like in 2023 with a more enlightened Christian McCaffrey. And I said, you know what, George? You're absolutely right, aren't you? That's going to be insane. I can't wait.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? You kind of almost forgot you'd had Christian McCaffrey, man. It's like we got a lot of weapons, man. I mean, getting him for the full season, a full off season, man, that's gonna be awesome, man. I just hope we can have some good quarterback health and get some good reps because he nobody really worked with him consistently. You know what I mean? It was Jimmy for a little bit, then Brock. So I mean, he came out like on fire. Could you imagine when you get a whole offseason with him, how he's gonna look? So
I just wish that he wouldn't have gotten hurt, and we had already talking about Super Bowl finish, and we could say things like, Jesus Christ, Brock Purdy's still a half a rookie. He's not a whole rookie. He's a half a rookie. And we did this. Wait till we get him up to speed. I don't know. But the argument is Trey Lance may have a higher ceiling. But in the meantime, I still got to give prop. I got to give it to Brock for now.
Did you lose me?
I maybe have. But you're back now.
Sorry, I got a phone call. I was trying to log off of it, and it wouldn't let me. It's gonna be cool next season, man. Like I said, every time I think about this last season, and every time I call your show, it gives me that vibe of we're gonna get it back. We're gonna do better than we did last year because everything's there. It's just one mistake after another happened, and just threw us off the track.
Mistakes. Yeah.
It was just that kind of. I was talking to my aunt today who made a bet with me for that championship game, and I bet her a dinner. And she first time I seen her in like 2 years, and she looked at me and she goes, "You don't have to pay me. You don't have to buy me dinner." That was horrible. That wouldn't have happened had Brock not got hurt. And I looked at her and thinking, at least somebody that she wasn't a Niner fan, she's a football fan, and she's like, she can recognize that game had nothing to do with anything other than not having a quarterback. So, anyways, I'm just looking forward to next.
I would have took her to dinner anyway, just for being sweet. You know what? That's absolutely right.
Definitely.
And Eagles fans run around talking about, man, y'all wasn't gonna win the game, no how? Oh, what are you? Oh, you look at this. I mean,
there's definitely no guarantees, but everybody knows it wouldn't have been the same game.
No,
I mean, it
not.
just changed everything. But again, I don't want to look at the past too much. I'm just trying to focus on what's going to happen going forward. And
good stuff.
Yeah, Christian McCaffrey is going to be nice. This team's loaded again, man. I know we lost a lot of depth, but our core is there, man, and we added some top tier talent. So last year we got Trevarius Ward. Didn't see that coming, and this year, look what we did with the tackle. So, who knows, man? This team could be better. And the NFC got worse, So I think we're the kings of the NFC this year, man. Honestly, and if you can get through the NFC or get through our, kind of unscathed and have your health, let the AFC beat the hell out of each other, and we'll get in that Super Bowl and bang on them, and it'll be our turn.
Yes, indeed, and they're going to. AFC is still a wrecking house. My God. Although there's only, we still, no, they got it. They got 5 or 6 teams that I'm sitting here thinking, and look for Jacksonville to get involved this year, as Trevor Lawrence is probably going to take it to the next level as well. He's got to be the best quarterback so far out of that class, and he showed it last year. I suspect he'll take it up a little bit too this year.
Oh, yeah. I think everybody will, but like I said, let them beat each other up. You know what I mean? And then we'll catch them when they're all banged up.
And Rodgers to the Jets. Would you love to catch up with Rodgers in a Super Bowl? Hey, Aaron, remember us? Rodgers would actually, all the color would fall out of his face. Jesus Christ. It's the 49ers.
Yeah, I can't wait and that whole Aaron Rodgers thing, man, can that just be done already? I'm tired of hearing about it. And the back and forth, he doesn't want it. We had a chance to draft him. It didn't work. Let it go. He doesn't want, he had a chance to come here. It didn't work. It never has. Let's stop talking about it, man. We have quarterbacks. We don't need another one.
No.
And I'm done with it. I mean, it would have been good 3 or 4 years ago, cool, but it didn't happen, and it's not gonna. And let's just stop. What we got, is good enough. Let's just ride what we got and just build on that, man.
And we don't need a quarterback, just like the 49ers are trying to do. Keep cost-effective things going all the time. If keeping Trey and also Brock in there and rolling and keeping these thunder and lightning pieces all around them, that's all you do. They just need to do a job. They don't need to carry all the heavy lifting. Just distribution. Run the X's and O's.
I mean, I like that how they're doing that, keeping that quarterback room kind of virtually, cheap, and so they can build everywhere else. And look, it worked. I mean, honestly, it worked. If Brock didn't get hurt, he could have been the first, rookie quarterback to ever win the Super Bowl. I mean, it could have happened. Yeah. So, I mean, you hit on. We don't know how Trey Lance. We might have hit on him. We might not have. It's still up in the air. We know we hit on Brock. So we got some things going for us. I just can't wait to play, man. I just can't wait for them this year to start. I'm ready. And the one thing I want more than anything, like I keep saying, I was there for all those Super Bowls. I'm old enough I remember them. I remember watching all of them. My kids are diehard 49er fans, and they haven't seen one. And it's like, I want them to feel that. Yes. So they don't know what it feels like, but I want them to, and it's coming. I know it is. They're ride or die with me every week, man. So I just want them to feel that feeling. So
it's gonna be such a party day when that does happen. Now, guys,
for sure.
Now you know what it's like, huh? Niners, baby.
Yep. It's coming. It's coming.
Oh man. So
Yep.
But this could be the year. And now, it's always contingent on health. Because as bad as people talk about Kyle Shanahan, if he can keep people upright, I think he can pull it off. He needed to mature from a few years, and he's ready. I think Kyle has learned a lot. He still does things that are questionable, but every coach in the league is going to do something that's questionable here and there. But as long as the is going to be showing up, I think we'll be fine.
Yeah, he's not perfect. He's got some flaws, but no one's perfect. And I think hopefully he learns from some of these mistakes about, taking his foot off the gas a little bit. That happens at times. But then there's some times that he should be conservative. It's just the way the thing breaks. You know what I mean? I don't think he's a bad coach. I think he's a great offensive mind. Maybe he needs to lean on some of his assistants when he's making calls or determining to make some calls, or get a little bit of influence from some of the older guys like Anthony Lynn and guys like that you can maybe question and some of those times like that, not challenging that one play in that championship game. That could have changed a lot of stuff. And I don't really know why he didn't do that. Didn't make a lot of sense, but little things like that, he can work on it, and he needs to have a little bit more humility and not be afraid to ask for help and take some advice from some other people, because I think that's where he kind of lacks a little bit. But as far as scheming, man, there ain't nobody better. So I mean, he's obviously can make any running back, a star. So we're there, man. We're just one hair away every time, man.
And that's so close. Burns everybody up. One hair away.
Yeah, so close every time.
That? Damn it.
We could add 3, man. The last few years, we could be on a dynasty. I mean, we really could. I'm a diehard 49er fan, but I'm a realist. But if you just a few things work different, and we could be on a dynasty here, like seriously. So, the ball didn't bounce our way.
I mean, it should have been KC. We're in position to do so. We lost to the Rams.
Could have beat the Rams. Could have beat the Rams a lot of times.
And probably would have beat. We already played against the Bengals, and we're fine with that. And last year, I mean, I wasn't even talking about the offense. When I seen Hurts roll around that corner, he thought he was going to do to the 49er defense what he done to everybody else all year. And Nick and company says, go ahead, make my day.
Yeah.
And you can see Hurts' eyes get huge in his helmet. I said, oh, God, DeMeco's got him ready. We were going to win that game. I just know it. And I got a wide open.
I was feeling good.
Yeah. I mean, Ayuk was running wide open. Yeah. I think what got him hurt is Brock says, Jesus Christ. Wait. And boom! You can't wait, Brock. You got to throw it now. So,
Yeah.
I feel they're going to win that game. Anyway.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough to relive, but we were close, man. So, but close ain't good enough. We got to win, man. So, hopefully they got that fire burning. No, exactly. But like I said, our team, man, I feel good what we've done with our team. John Lynch put together a good team. Every year, man, he's he's not afraid to spend money, which I didn't even know they were going to be able to this offseason. So let's see what happens in the draft. Maybe we can get some blue chippers out of there. Some,
They always do.
Just,
at least one.
They do.
Yep,
there's going to be one or two,
Yep.
There's going to be a Hufunga. There's going to be a Greenlaw. There's going to be somebody that comes out of this draft and we're like, dang, we got that guy.
There's going to be a Brock. The 7th round? Who picks up a stud in the 7th round? Oh, Jawan Jennings.
Yeah, the last pick. Yeah, the last pick, not just the 7th, the last pick. They could have punted on. They didn't need a guy like that. And then he beats out the guy that you pay the guaranteed money to, to be the backup. So yeah, man, they hit hard. Their staff is just top notch, man. They just know what they're doing, man. So I don't care. Like I said, I don't care about. I wish we had a first, second, but it doesn't bother me that much because we do work late rounds, man. And this is a deep
rounds anyway. So anything
after
the 3rd
they're
round,
crap.
let's see. Break. Great to talk to you. Happy Easter, fam. We'll be back Tuesday if you got some time.
Hey, you too. Happy Easter, Ronbo.
Thanks, Break.
Yeah, I'll try to catch up, buddy.
All right.
Good night.
Night, Break. And it's Tony time. Tony's been working Texas boy and the Rams. That's what I like about Tony. He's just doing battle with them people that don't know what they're talking about.
Ronbo, I'm working them. Good evening, Ronbo. I'm working them now. This knucklehead talking about Prescott's touchdown to interception ratio was better than Brock Purdy's.
What?
You see, I just sent him a message. I'm like, are you serious?
That can't be Texas, boy.
Interceptions.
I mean, you don't even have to know anything about football to know Dak's touchdown to right? It's just awful. Dak, didn't he finally beat Stafford? Stafford got hurt. He left. Weren't they neck and neck for a while of being the worst of 2023?
Actually, it was Stafford. It was Stafford and Jameis Winston, and then they both got hurt, and then Dak just took over.
No, I mean, was Jameis playing last year? Was he in the INT Derby?
It was him and Stafford.
That's what I thought.
Neck and neck. They kept trying week to week.
And Stafford got hurt, and it became unfair. Now Dak is in trouble.
And then James got hurt. Yeah, then James got hurt. And even Prescott got hurt, but he came back and just picked up where he left off.
Oh, that's what was funny about Dak. Dak took some time off and still was one of the league's best.
Five or 6 games. Yeah.
Doing INTs.
And then Texas boy gonna say this. I keep telling people that dude's delusional, man. He's delusional. He really is.
That's embarrassing though. That's like ready to go stuff. Things that are clearly wrong, and you're sitting there saying that. Are you kidding me? Everybody knows Dak was throwing pick sixes like they were going out of style. Oh, yeah, that's crazy.
I was wondering, because didn't they lose their backup quarterback? Who's their backup quarterback? They don't have to draft one. They better get one.
No, I think Dallas picked him up. I remember the day I read about that. I forgot his name. They re-signed him. Oh, they knew better than to let him go. I guess what they were trying to do is figure out what they could do with the rest of the money. But I wouldn't have made him priority last. They brought him back.
Exactly. Ronbo, and I know you talked about it in the chat a little bit. I guess another rivalry took place today in Baltimore, huh?
I think so. 18. Why do people keep falling for that, Tony? What in the world?
18 mil? Are you kidding me?
I thought you guys were having trouble playing Lamar. And you paid him 18 to play 6 or 7 weeks?
Yeah. Because the first thing you said in the chat, you said, watch him miss some time.
I'm telling you. That's why I was at Merrick. I said, how many games is he going to play? Merrick said week 10. I said earlier, no, 7 weeks. That's it. They got artificial surface in Ravenville?
I don't know. I know the last guy that did that to you guys was D4. Y'all got. If you notice, nobody even picked him up. He was done.
Everybody knows better than that. That's the most toxic contract in the NFL. D just got paid. For how many years? D made mad money for 3 years. I bet when nobody was looking, he sat up at home laughing. Yeah, I got paid.
Yeah.
And it's hard work if you can get it.
And I can't believe I formed a first round pick from 2017, the year after we went to the Super Bowl. I don't know if you remember him, defensive end Tack McKinley.
Yeah.
He was getting paid collecting. The Cowboys picked him off this year. He was out of football in 2022. I'm like, what? That dude can't play.
You know, it just and what's that tackle's name that everybody thinks has done that edge rusher? He's been around for a long time. Oh, I wanted him last year.
You're not talking about Dante Fowler, are you?
No. He's older than Fowler, but he's still effective. Oh, he was free. Everybody gets him for 1 year, and they let him go. It seems the last 3 seasons. Anyway,
play for the Cowboys.
He's been around. Well, the dude is damn good. He got like 6 to 8. I think he got 8 sacks this year as well, and he's in way up in his 30s.
You're not talking about Justin Houston, are you?
Yeah, that's the guy. Houston. He left Kansas City. And didn't he get 8 sacks?
And went to Indianapolis.
Yes. Houston's still playing great football.
Yeah, he's free now. He's
always free.
Like Yannick, waiting to be signed.
Every year, him and Clowney. You can pick. You know, if you're looking for an edge rusher at the end of the season, you got a little extra money to spend, Houston and Clowney are going to be available.
Nah, we don't want either one of them.
The thing is, nobody signs them every year. If you just want, add some depth. So.
I'll take Yannick, but he got to come at a bargain discount. But
how do you pronounce his last name? Ngokwe. I think it's Ngokwe.
Ndakwe.
Ndakwe. Yeah, I'd go ahead and pay him though. Yeah.
I still think y'all got a chance of getting him, but like you say, it's all about the money. And he's going to sign around draft time, I think, after you draft your players a little bit after that, I think.
Yeah, because every GM in the league knows he doesn't need anything but to learn your plan. It's not like you need to get him into training. I'd love to see him and Chris Kasura getting along. They'll probably be out whooping it up and drinking and carrying on after this practice because I know Chris would like him.
Yeah.
Hey,
Ronbo, that quarterback that you were talking about the other night, and I thought it was Levis. Was it the Herndon Hooker, the guy from Tennessee? The one that got hurt? Is that who you were talking about? His stock went up? I had forgot about him. His stocks went up.
You know what?
The guy that beat Alabama.
And he did beat Alabama. I can't remember what we were talking about and how I got on that subject.
Yeah.
But, you know what I've been thinking about?
But your draft tonight.
Go ahead.
Your draft tonight with Tony, Ronbo, he was trading a lot of trades, man, giving up future picks.
Oh, he was busy. Can you imagine? That's a lot of work.
You talk about giving up your first round pick in 2025, your second round pick next year. I'm like, oh man.
Wait, did Tony say something about first round? Wait, did Tony get rid of some first round picks?
2025, he did on one of them.
I didn't know that. Because I know he was getting late round picks and gaining late round picks for the years to come. I didn't know he used a first round pick though.
Yeah, he used the first round, the 2025 first round. I can't remember for which selection. Then he used the 2024 second round on another one. I'm like, man, that's too much, dude.
Yeah, you know what? Okay, I gotta go back because I can go back and look at that. Because I thought Tony, Tony's doing. He's taking a year off next year then for the first round pick and see what's there. And you know what the thing is, Tony, when you think about it, first round picks are very expensive.
Yeah.
If you can get good talents below the first round, you're doing yourself a service. Because first round picks, I bet it's available, that information too. How many first round picks actually do work out? What's the ratio compared to other rounds?
It's 40-something%, not even 50%.
Yeah.
Maybe 43, 44%.
And some of the best football players in the league are below the first round.
Rounds 2 through 5.
Yeah. Because you look at even they traded up to get him. But even Mahomes, what position did they get him in the middle of the first round?
No, he was the 10th pick in the first round.
Okay, so he's getting toward the.
But KC traded up to get him, though. Yes.
Yeah, they traded up to get him. That was a good move.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Lamar Jackson, they traded up to get him. Lamar was the last pick in the first round.
First round, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Who else? Russell Wilson was
and
not a first-round pick.
Russell Wilson was a third-round pick, just like Joe Montana, third round, just like Hall of Famer Dan Fouts, third round.
Yeah.
Just like our quarterback, Desmond Ridder, third round. And then I saw today that the Titans are just about giving up on Malik Willis. I said, see, and y'all wanted the Falcons to draft him.
But Tony talked about Malik before he got drafted. I mean, he said, "Well,
I don't want no Michael Vick clones on my Falcons." Man.
In today's NFL, you got to throw the ball. You got to be able to throw it. You got to be able to hit passes and timing routes. You got to do that.
His last two home collegiate games, one against Louisiana Lafayette, who's a power in the Sun Belt. That's where your running back came from. Louisiana Lafayette and then Army. He threw a total of 7 interceptions and lost both games.
See,
4 of those was to Army. I said no. And they were high on Malik Willis. I said nope.
That will never do. And quarterbacks that do that kind of running, they've actually lost. They ran on that pattern because they couldn't see what was going on or they got freaked out. I need a guy who can remain poised. If you run, make sure it's your last resort. But you're running early in the read, and I've seen that too many times because you panicked. You couldn't get your first read, and that was it for you. You're out of here. I need for you to look around the field. Trust your offensive line at least another second.
So what do you think Anthony Richardson is going to do throwing at 53%?
And he's going to be running the same thing. And he knows he's athletically gifted, and that's the problem.
Yep. You got to read, man. And like you said, you got to get those balls to those receivers. You're only supposed to run as a last resort if you have to after your progression.
All right. Get that ball out of there. It can travel faster through the air than you can running with it. So, yeah. Anyway.
Yes, sir.
Tony, always appreciate you know this. I'll be back Tuesday looking for you. All right?
Yes, sir. And Niner Empire, I'm going to say it again. Do not sleep. Do not sleep on your new quarterback. Don't sleep on him.
Brock? Oh, Darnold.
Nope.
You know,
yes.
I got a feeling that camp is going to be hot. I'm not sleeping on Darnold. I saw what he did last season. Kyle's going to like that, and we're going to see. We'll see. I think Darnold's turned the corner. We'll find out.
Talent around him will make him even better, like he was at USC.
Yeah.
I'll see you Tuesday.
Looking forward to it, Tony. Have a great night.
You too.
Yeah, that Darnold is that clip that Lombardi was showing to Darnold last year. That was sick. He looked damn good. Hey, Bethel.
Hey, what's up, Ronbo?
Bethel, man, it's excitement day. Other than the resurrection of our Lord Jesus Christ, you see, George Kittle and Pat McAfee show made me crazy. Bethel came in and went back out again for me. George Kittle is all pumped up and about something I don't think enough of us thought about as well. As a matter of fact, the matter is you got Mrs. McCaffrey's baby boy Christian out there, and that's going to make he's going to have a little bit more time. He already learned a lot last year. Well, the whole offseason to prepare and Kyle Shanahan to come up with some cute little plays to add to the playbook that incorporate Christian McCaffrey even more so as a catalyst and everything else. That offense is going to be just ridiculous. Hey, anything you got to say about the draft? Let it go.
Be hyped?
I'm sorry, say it again?
Yeah, who wouldn't be hyped? Who wouldn't be hyped? You know, because he made a big difference. He's
huge difference.
MVP running back. Yeah, he kind of reminds me what motivated a lot of people like Frank Gore did to our team when Frank Gore was playing. When you see him in the backfield doing what he was doing.
And Frank could block
and
protect his quarterback good, throw the ball to him.
Yeah,
He's fine.
I remember when they were gonna crack our quarterback and he hit this guy and boom!
That Chicago,
hit him hard.
Nobody's ever gonna forget that Chicago Bears dude. But the dude made Frank look like his son. Frank lifted that big ape and threw him back. Dak Dimas. Oh, I was running around the room for five minutes. Look at Frank. Oh my God, where'd that power come from?
See, that's the kind of love for the game that makes you like certain players like that. And because me, one of my best defense guys that I always looked up to and I always liked was Brian Young. He was a good player and he was really good guy, and he could play. And so it's people that you remember like that, you always they always make something better for your team. So it's and then plus it's basically in the draft, it's just best player available for what we need, and and so we could plug in, because it's unless you're thinking of drafting certain players next year. If you're not, it depends on what's good in the draft. If you think there's nothing good in the draft, trade some picks around, and if you think they're better for next draft, then it's don't change another picks from next year unless you have to, because I think we have I heard it was true on one of the callers back there said that we had 13 picks for next year, and then plus there's only a limit on coaches. On
coaching picks,
right on that too.
Compensatory picks. I didn't know. I didn't realize that. I was listening when they were explaining that one day, but that's what they were saying. Okay.
Yeah, because I was the one that told you about that. They had a limit, but then I heard later on that I guess you have a limit, but then next season they'll give you more comp picks. So.
Yeah,
that's
what I like about having all those picks. This is why when you look at other teams that don't have any picks, the Rams, you have to laugh, We don't need an after picks. Okay, go ahead. They did that. Even at the time when they did that, I said, one thing about paying all the mercenaries all that money is that's going to hit a wall in a minute. And I said that 3 years ago. Now, look. It took 3 years, and they got a championship out of it. I have to give them credit for that. But you know what? It's over now.
Yeah, we do that, but we do it in a way where you pay players, slowly by slowly. So, a lot of things that, people should be known if, the team does it, where, we won't play Ayuk yet, but Debo's contract is not going to be that long. Remember, Debo's contract is only for, 3?
And he just played. Did he get paid on his contract? Does it kick in this year?
First of all, kick in this year. So this is his first contract kicking in barely right now. And then next year is going to be second and then third. So
that renewing some of these contracts is going to be the decision to make. And at that time, a lot can change between now and then. And, the 49ers have those contracts arranged so they can bail on contracts before they expire, too.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, and then plus if you think Debo, is not worth that money for the contract, then you could either trade him for more picks and just pay Ayuk with the money. So it depends on how they want to do it, though.
Because Ayuk, they're going to want to wait until, although Ayuk's going to have something to say about it. There's going to be a little flack about that. but they don't. 49ers still hold the advantage there. It's Ayuk's the first round pick.
Yeah.
So going into your third year, you cannot get mad about
I think Ayuk just put it out there because, imagine he put over 1,000 yards and he's like the fourth best player in our team, and he put 1,000 yards. So
as
that
a fourth
says a
option,
lot,
I know, right?
You know.
That is,
Yeah,
he
fourth
deserves to be
option.
paid. But the problem is, our money is like, we got to wait a minute, I don't know. How do you tell a player?
Yeah.
You take him out to dinner, and as soon as he sits down, I don't know why we're having dinner. Why? Yeah, y'all gonna try to talk me into just chill out until next year, huh? Oh, Brandon, here's the thing, and then Brandon gets up and leaves.
No, there's teams that have multiple receivers with 1,000 yards. I think Miami actually had 1,000 receiver in Waddle and had
Hill.
Tyreek Hill. He had 2,000, I think.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken. So that's 3,000.
Wait a minute, was that Hill who had 2,000? Did he?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh,
I think he hit the 2,000.
I think you're right. I know somebody did. It must have been Hill. He's already said, listen, after this contract expires in Miami, I'm done. Well, you should, Tyreek. How much money you got? So Tyreek's had enough.
Yeah. Yeah, and Miami only has 4 picks, I think, in this draft. So
yeah, there are some teams that don't really need anything and we don't really need a lot more than 4 picks either. What we need is the luck to stay healthy, because most guys aren't going to get beat. We got a lot of depth. I don't know how you're going to beat anybody out on the 49ers team, and we're going to have to let some people go, Bethel, that have been with us a while. I don't know how many vacancies are going to be left after the 93-man cut down. Or when we're going to get the 93-man cut down, including the draft pick. So I don't know how they're going to do this.
That's why they're going to have to trade up to try to get some players so they could get some of these draft picks out of the way. And, that's probably the best way to do it. Just, go up. If you don't need some of these draft picks, go up.
Yeah. We lost a couple of good players last year.
My way.
Remember that that linebacker? He's back in camp this year. Also, the Broncos took a linebacker for that big kid that we had 2 years ago. We got to give.
Yeah.
Oh, no. We got rid of him. We've had some players down through the years that we couldn't keep. And that's going to happen again this year. Probably more so this year and next year. In the years to come, we're going to lose some blue chip ball players due to the money, most likely.
Yeah, and look how good we did with a lot of them that we gave up. A lot of good players. So, that says a lot also.
Yeah.
If great teams always, find some way to do it, but it's just the bad luck that we have.
Mm-hmm.
It's just.
What are the odds of having bad luck again this year? This is it, Bethel. This is it. Last year should have been it. It really should have been, but this year.
Yeah.
It's all about the health. Always about that.
Yeah. Imagine a lot of the times when Kyle barely started with this team, we were only losing by 3 points a game, and we had a lot of people injured.
And the roster wasn't very good yet. That's the funny thing about it.
Yeah,
we weren't even have a roster worth a damn yet.
And I remember, didn't we one year have $85 million in the bench?
Oh, I know, right? Injured, right?
Yep.
Yes. Nobody's gonna forget that number. God.
Yeah.
$85 million. And who's playing then? Oh.
And then right now, we have the second. We're paying the defensive line is the second in the NFL.
Highest
so
paid?
We're paying the most. Yeah, highest paid. And later on, it depends on how much we pay Nick Bosa.
Yeah. Oh.
So we'll probably be number 1, maybe.
Easily.
Yeah.
But you know what? That's the 49ers identity. We will hurt you. Physically, we will hurt you. And then Kyle, he'll stick a knife in your chest, and you just wither and die.
Yeah.
Bethel,
Yeah.
we got to stop, though. I'll tell you what, I'll be back Tuesday, and I love the way you always get in here, too. Hopefully you'll make it in here Tuesday.
Hey, anyways, about Rudy and his stuff.
The cartoon.
He wishes he was us, but he can't and he won't. And if I ever see a Rams fan here, I get surprised. I'm what a Rams fan? Whoa. I never seen one. Hey, you're rare. Hey,
shameless.
Hey, I'm sorry for you, but hey, have a good game, all right?
Get ready to be in the darkness, and we know what that's like, Bethel, because after Harbaugh left, we had to go through 2 solid years of nothing but crying. I'll never forget the camera news team was following this 49er fan after the Jets got through beating us. We lost to the damn Jets. The Jets.
Yeah.
I was feeling his pain. It says,
All right, everybody, hit the like and subscribe. If I see a dislike, I know it's Rudy. Come on, hit the like. You know you like him.
Bethel, happy Easter,
All
fam.
right.
I'll see you Tuesday.
You too.
Night. Juan Cortez, a big fan. Ronbo, listen to your podcast since 2018. Juan, happy Easter, fam. Appreciate you. Thanks for that contribution. Well, fam, I'm going to go ahead and ride off. And it's back Tuesday. See what else develops. What I like is that you can always find little tidbits. And everybody's talking about the draft. But George Kittle sitting there looking at him. George, you're damn right. Yes. This is it. This is it. This is the one. We got to do it this year. There's nothing in the NFC to stop us from getting through the NFC. We just park it at the Super Bowl in Vegas and go get that damn trophy. This is the year so Rudy and his clowns can stop coming in and say, you guys, when's the last time you guys got a ring? Shut up. Us fam, I'll see you Tuesday. Have a great night and happy Easter to you. Remember, don't do this. Love everybody today, including the Rams and the Raiders and the Hawks fans. Tomorrow, let's get back to disliking them.